I have Fred Boat at like 2%, and he's still louder than all y'all.
Oh shit! What I got? Oh.
All right. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to what will be session 12 of the Vikings of Vorugal. Today we'll be missing a Sipley, as he is not feeling very well today.
He's a bitch.
Not that he speaks very much anyways, but bygones be bygones. So, when last we left our group of brave adventurers, you guys had made the unanimous decision to follow a lead to the eastern town of Botun. After receiving some information from an underground purveyor of insanity and hysteria, Haldor, you brought the knowledge to the surface party after they had swiftly dispatched a group of the Charred that had made a brash attempt at the city of Glastad. You informed them that there was a caravan basically set to go and observe the ruined city of Bergsvacht, and the caravan itself parted from the city of Botun. Garm, unfortunately, you were outvoted as your attempt to follow the trail of smoke leading north of the city was eventually overruled by the party itself in favor of sleep and safety in numbers. After a brief travel eastward, you all had made a rest stop, basically about a little more than halfway through the trail leading east. You met up with a kind Goliath by the name of Asgulf, who provided you with some new armaments to better protect yourselves and your allies in the fights to come, and eventually made your way to the city of Botun, where, believe it or not, the Festival of Fire, as they called it, was about to be underway. Meandering through the crowds, you all managed to find your way to the inn known as the Trixie Torch, basically in the center of town, where Raken, Garm, and Jack got into a bit of a scuffle with some of the bar patrons, ending in one of them being quote-unquote shot by the wall, as Garm so aptly put it. Raken, Sipley, Pella, and Tora, on the other hand, you guys managed to walk around the city a bit, getting a nice sense of the festivities. Haldor picking up some new tricks from the nearby visiting dancers as their flowing movements and effortless dodging of the crowds, he thinks might be able to help him a little bit in combat. As the evening progresses, we find ourselves joining the party as they set in for their night at the tavern itself, after Haldor gracefully displaying his newfound abilities within his runestone, managed to amass a nice sum of money in the form of 3,000 gold pieces to be found laying at his feet after his performance.
Trying to gamble.
And so we enter in our scene here as the evening begins to progress. Haldor, we'll start with you.
Ooh.
What would you like to do?
Go into the bar, buy a round for everyone. Shit.
And so you do. As you enter in, the clang in your purse significantly heavier than beforehand. You march on up to the barkeep. You purchase are you buying for everyone in the tavern or just for your friends?
Let everyone in the tavern. It's a festival.
Fair enough.
You have that kind of money.
Yeah.
The aged gentleman standing before you stands about 5'7", give or take. He's got some graying hair. He looks to be in his mid to late 50s. He's got a nice scraggly beard, though it's well kept. He graciously accepts the coin, and he signals to some of the bar patrons and the waiters and barmaids that are about, and they begin dispersing the ales to every patron in the bar. Everybody, after receiving these free ales, confused at first, but nonetheless excited, they all cheer to your honor as the newcomer in the bars just grace them with a free tab.
Haldor!
And they follow suit. Haldor!
Aye.
And mugs and tankards are clanged together in raucous celebration as the festivities kick into full swing and people are drinking and being merry. There's a set of musicians playing off in the corner, Pella deciding to assist them in their performance. He brings in a few coins himself. Tora and Jack are basically sitting at the table, speaking of days long past, explaining or conversing of past adventures of things of that nature. Raken, the gentleman who was friends with the man that was shot after accosting you, you two share a friendly arm wrestling wager. Go ahead and make a strength check for me.
That one. Oh, 14.
Unfortunately, he beats you with an 18, and he, after squaring up, you're a little bit tipsy because you've had a few tankards here and there, but he does manage to only slightly overpower you. It was only like a coin, so don't even really worry about it. He'll probably forget in the morning. But
Possibly this time.
the night progresses. Nothing of real any worth happens. If there's anything anybody would like to do before retiring for the evening.
It's a beautiful day.
Did we find the people that we were looking for?
Unfortunately, through all of the digging that has been done, you did manage to find out that the caravans to the city of Bergsvacht are in fact closed until after the festivities of the Fire Festival have been concluded.
Until the end of the pot.
I want to figure out the events of the Fire Festival. Like, every festival has just certain things that happen during it.
Okay. Actually, on that pamphlet that you received that you can't read, Hello would have translated it for you because he can, oddly enough, he can understand the language. Basically, the festival itself is divided into 4 separate categories. There is the Flames of Courage. There's the Flames of Change. There's the Flames of Desire, and the Flames of oh shit, where did I put my notes? The Flames of Rebirth. And each of these segments has their own unique activities that are going on throughout the day. The Flames of... I already forgot what I said. So I should write these things down. What were the 4 flames that I just gave you?
Fuck if I know. I can barely figure out what to say normally, let alone what you said.
Oh, I thought you were typing them down.
One was rebirth, one was courage. I don't.
Thank you. So, it was the Flames of Rebirth, Courage, Desire, and Change. Those are the 4 quadrants. Thank you, Chris. In the Flames of Courage, there's an event that doesn't really have a name, but basically the essence of it boils down to more or less a brawl. Or so you understand. Basically,
Did we already have one of those?
Well, this one's a scheduled brawl. One that has meaning and possible prizes attached to it.
I think mine had meaning.
The Flames of Desire is more of a show, and that's supposed to happen much later into the evening. You can tell that each of the quadrants has like their own specific time slots in which their festivities are set to take place. The Flames of Rebirth is the one that happens first. Basically, it's a dramatic oration of the history of the flame itself, as well as some interpretive dancers and a mock reenactment of the battle which gave birth to the flame. The Flame of Courage, as I mentioned, happens next. That's the one where the brawl takes place. Basically, people with the fire burning in their soul leaps into combat and stakes their claim to the heat everlasting. The Flames of Change is more of the business aspect of it, I suppose. It's where all of the merchants and things of that nature, they sell their wares and they sell out of their wares, so that coming with the new season, they have fresh stock, they have fresh this, fresh that. So that's where people go about. They have their celebrations, they buy their sweets, their treats, their knickknacks, things like that. And then the Flames of Desire happens further into the evening, where several showmen give demonstrations of prowess and things of that nature.
Okay. So, I totally want to go to the whole...
You're thinking the Flames of Courage for the brawl.
Yeah. Courage, not change. Both start with a C. Excuse me.
Okay. And was there anything else you wanted to do before you retired this evening, Garm?
Nah.
Alrighty. Which brings us to the rest of the group. Sipley is off collecting some misplaced items here and there. Is there anything else anybody would like to do before the night closes here in the tavern?
Hold on.
I can't afford to gamble, so I'm good.
Nah, I'm gonna go pass out.
Order another shot and pass out.
And so you do. Jack drinks with you every now and then. He orders a tankard for himself, or 6. He sort of loses count, but the night progresses onward, and into the next morning, the festivities are still continuing. People are still drinking further into the morning as the sun actually rises. You can tell that the tavern never actually closed. You can tell that this is a particularly beneficial evening event for them. So they made a good heap of coin last night for sure.
Just some hardy drinkers.
Festival people, you know how it is. After a nice long rest, everybody finds themselves rested, rehydrated, reinvigorated, and anybody go ahead and make a perception check for me if you could.
Pass this thing. Okay. Going.
11.
Okay.
What about Englishman?
We need one for Solomon too, wherever you disappeared to.
I think our Englishman may have died.
On my watch.
If he's not dead, he soon will be.
So all the festivities, those are happening today.
Yes. Okay, so Garm and Solomon and Haldor.
Do they all take place in like the same area, or?
There are festival proprietors that are sort of ushering people to the proper areas.
Fair enough.
But the city itself has been segmented for each of these festivities. So, Garm, Haldor, and Solomon. The three of you guys immediately hear the faint din of people coming from outside. And as you exit the tavern to investigate further, there's a man, or at least you presume him to be a man. He stands about 12 feet tall, but he appears to be garbed in brightly colored whites and oranges, and he appears to be having some trouble walking as he's sort of ushering people this way to the flames of rebirth, this way, and he's just sort of flailing his arms around, trying to stand upright.
Or was ebb and flow when we need them. Follow the crowd of people. Question mark.
Oh, there you are. You're not dead.
Solomon, you bitch.
So as the
Can he hear us? Chase.
What?
You're a bitch, dude. Pay attention.
Yeah, I know.
at least you know.
The fucking thing's not clicking.
At least you know.
But anyways, as the group proceeds northeastward throughout the city, immediately all of you are accosted by the smells of baking bread and candied sweets and things of that nature, as the festival foods are being primed for the flames of change. But as all of you proceed on outward, there are hundreds upon hundreds of people in this city at the moment. You see some of them have entered into buildings where people have just sort of welcomed them into their home to try and
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. To try and expand more on the floor space of the city so everybody can be a part of the festivities. And as you guys proceed with the crowd here on the ground level, you eventually come to what is essentially what used to be a market square, you can imagine, as there are pulled back awnings and stacked boxes here and there. And built into the center of this opening, I suppose would be the best word for it, is an immaculate stage. And set upon it are banisters of gold and orange and red, all glittering in the sunlight as if they were flames themselves. Streamers coiling down the pedestals that hold them abroad. There's a very large red curtain that is pulled up on these guide rails that extend across the top of the banister itself. People are on all sides of this. It's basically standing room only. But for the three of you, Garm, Haldor, and Solomon, you do notice that the guards that are on top of the roofs appear to be even more well-armed than yesterday.
Yeah. Lovely, guys. Let's go.
In so fact of, you can distinctly make out at least 3 active ballista stations on each of the quadrangles of this opening, as well as at least 4 to 5 guards per rooftop, each with bows and crossbows, aimed and an eye trained on the crowd.
You think they'd be prepping for a dragon?
I know the speedrunner's way to become a porcupine now.
There you go.
That looks fishy.
And as the crowd sort of settles down, there are murmurs here and there. People who are just sort of whispering to their companions, like, "I've been waiting all year for this. I can't wait. Last year was so good." And they're speaking in English, unfortunately. What was that? And as the din of the crowd progresses, eventually, after about, I don't know, 8 or 9 minutes or so, the crowd silences. And just after about 3 minutes or so pass, this immense gout of flame completely incinerates the curtain. All of the streamers of all the different oranges and reds and yellows begin to just glitter and flicker as if the sky itself is on fire. Everybody is immediately, that you can feel the heat on your face even from this distance, and you can just get the sense that this is gonna be intense. And standing before you is this man. He's dressed in this flowing orange robe, and he stands alone on the stage. At least for a moment he does. And as you watch him, you see out of the corner of your eye several individuals begin to head towards the stage itself, garbed in this ceremonial red robe. Each of them flowing behind them only but a few feet. As these individuals silently make their way through the crowd towards the stage, the man in front raises his arms. "My friends," he says in common, "welcome. Welcome to the Fire Festival. Many years ago," and he sinks into this lowered stance, still with his projected voice. "Many years ago, we were graced by the flame. Its embers lick away our sins, our countenance positively radiant." And as he proceeds with his speech, the individuals approach the stage and climb it, basically, because there aren't any stairs. And as he continues his oration, the individuals around him begin to dance. Haldor, you specifically recognize these individuals as the dancing women as from when you first arrived in the city. And the oration continues to encompass basically whence the fire came from. More or less, I don't really have a speech laid out, so if you guys were expecting that, I'm sorry. But more or less, the fire originates from within. It encompasses the body and eventually the soul. And as you progress in life, it either emboldens into a roaring flame, or withers into but a flickering ember. Depending on which you let take hold, the roaring flame will guide you, but in the end will also consume you. However, the ember, be it slow burning, will persevere. And he goes on for a number of minutes, attempting to portray his meaning in the way the best he can, but nobody's really listening to him. Everybody is currently enraptured with the dancers in the back, who are more or less enacting the things that he's saying. You see a few of them, their cloaks begin to wave their cloaks in the air in such a way that it's basically like they are these roaring flames, and then the other group are doing something more of a slower dance to represent the embers. And in a way, they're better depicting what it is that he's saying than he is. And the festivities proceed on for a number of minutes until they come to a point where he has since stopped speaking, but nobody really noticed. He has left the stage, but the dancers have continued to proceed. And as the dancers continue through their number, you all watch slowly as their cloaks shift from red to black. But only the ones who are dancing as the group as the Embers. You notice as their movements become significantly more rigid, but still beautiful. The group as the Embers begin to surround them. And as the Infernos begin to surround them. And as the dancers with the red robes, they become more erratic. Their speed becomes faster and faster, spinning around these blackened husks that used to be fire, and as if but an instant passes, and the blackened cloaks are gone. The embers still whirling around the center from where they were, they begin to expand outwards towards the edge of the platform. Haldor, arising next to you is one of these black-robed figures.
Alright.
She doesn't seem to notice you. She seems intently fixated on the robed figure standing in her direct line. But I need you to make a perception check for me.
Wow, 19.
Alright. You can see that as this figure who basically appeared next to you is staring at this person, you can see something of a grin on her face. And as quickly as she arrived, she then goes sprinting towards the center platform. You all instinctually look up at the guards, but they don't do anything. Inch by inch, they grow closer and closer until they eventually leap up and more or less tackle the red-robed figures to the ground. Standing atop their newly found platform, if you will, all of the robed figures turn to look at the crowd and do a bow.
Nice one.
And you all watch as, slowly but surely, the red-robed figures turn black themselves. And the audience roars in applause as all of them take their places and do a single simultaneous bow.
Hard claps and an appreciation.
Garm, Jack sort of leans over and whispers to you, "I don't get it."
Can you repeat what he said?
"I don't get it."
Hello.
You're
I'm
good.
gonna look at him. How dumbfounded does he look right now?
Distinctly.
Black robes are the charred.
Why are they celebrating them monsters?
That's where I'm confused.
And as you sort of look around, you see all of the audience members are completely enraptured. They're staring at these black-robed women completely dumbfounded, like they're basically cheering. And Tora actually sidles up to you there, Haldor. What'd she say?
Wait, what?
The woman who appeared next to you, what did she say?
She didn't say anything. What do you mean?
That's strange. I saw you and her conversing.
Confusion. She smiled. That was it. What? Did anyone else see me talking to the person?
I don't know, did I?
You, honestly, were just watching the performance.
Yeah, so that's a negative for me, Ghost Rider.
Same for Jack and Reagan.
Hey. I'm pretty sure I was speaking.
Pay attention to what you do with your body.
Very well, I suppose. Must just be the festivities from last night. She sort of chuckles and rubs the back of her neck a bit. Well, in any case, it was definitely interesting. Although the meaning is kind of lost on me, I have to admit. In any case, it's probably about time for the next event. And as she says this, the individual on stilts pipes back up from the back of the crowd. This way to the flames of courage. This way, and you can see him swaying again. You can tell that performance there was probably a good couple of minutes or a good couple of minutes or at least. You can tell that the sun has since progressed across the sky, so you were there for a hot second. And the crowd immediately starts following.
I guess
We're gonna be able to participate in this one.
And that sort of brawl. Offer. Are there only like Englishmen and Norsemen here?
No, as a matter of fact, there are actually a great number of people here.
That's kind of what I want to do while we're walking through the areas. Like, I want to look around, like see what's unfamiliar.
Okay. As you're progressing to the next area, you take a moment and you look around and you see all of the different people who have come to this event. You see aged merchants of various races and creeds. You see a number of Norsemen, actually. You see a number of Englishmen. You see a number of those same tan-skinned individuals, the same color as the women that first arrived, and oddly enough, the women who just performed. You see several very pale-skinned looking people who appear to be very dressed down, not so much as they appear to be sweating, actually. Like they appear to be very, very warm. You see a number of different people. You see a number of different types of Englishmen. Like you see the ones that appear to live here. You see several others who appear more salt-scarred, and you see others who appear to be more noble, and those who appear to be less fortunate. And like there's basically any number of people have come to this city for this festival.
So definitely, like after this festival, while we're going to this area, if there's different races, because I want to like commune. I'm curious now. Forward on.
Okay.
It's gonna be a nice shift, dude.
So as the crowd proceeds through to the next quadrant of the city, holding the Festival of Courage, you get the distinct sensation that all of you are being watched.
Well, I'm being watched. I'm watching the damn dancers.
Well, I mean, like, how do we know it's a feeling that we're being watched?
You get that sensation.
I mean, we are kind of surrounded by a bunch of guards.
True, but as you look up to them, they don't appear to be focusing on any one person in particular. They're all flitting back and forth. The hairs on the back of your neck begin to stand up as you can feel somebody's gaze burning into the back of your head.
See, it's kind of okay for me because I don't have to draw a weapon because my fists are my weapons.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm on alert, but I'm not on edge.
I'm proficient in chair. Barstool, actually.
You are proficient in chair and barstool now.
That's fantastic.
Oh yeah, for anybody curious, Raken, with his new ability score improvement, took the feat Tavern Brawler, as it was very apt and appropriate.
Nicely done. What does that do?
Basically, he is proficient in improvised weaponry, so he's proficient in chair, barstool, table, and person.
Nicely
And
done, Sam.
His unarmed strikes now hit as a D4 instead of just a strength modifier. So there's a bit of extra oomph behind his
barstool.
Behind his barstool.
So I can hit a person with a person.
You can beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker, yes.
Okay. Beat a motherfucker with another.
Which will probably prove quite useful coming in this next event.
Ooh.
So, speaking of, as the festivities actually proceed outside the city gates, everybody begins to filter through towards the eastern edge of the outside city walls, and you come to this massive pit that has been dug into the ground. You see the dirt that was there has been repurposed into seatings and bleachers, but there's also wooden parapets and things of that nature for overflow people, so they also have a place to sit and observe. Basically, think the Roman Colosseum kind of thing, where it's all sort of like a tiered seating structure, so that everybody can see down in. And as everybody sort of proceeds forward, you all notice one individual garbed in this immaculate red and gold, basically plate armor, is more or less standing beside the entrance to what appears to be a tower. He's got a massive greatsword sort of plunged into the ground, and he's conversing with several currently bare-chested mountains of men and strong women and people of non-genders, as those do exist. And basically, it appears to be this is the proprietor for the coming scuffle.
So basically, Sam, if you want to sign up,
We talked to him.
yeah. Or,
Basically.
I check out Jack. Just gesture to the dude with the shiny.
Jack's already walking.
Yep, let's go.
Like he's already going.
I'm going to sign in.
Pella takes a couple of steps forward before Tor just sort of grabs his shoulder and pulls him back.
Pella, this isn't gonna be good.
I'm gonna nudge Pella. Come on, you know you wanna.
You just pick him up and drag him along.
That just means that I'm allowed to beat the crap out of Pella.
Sure, if you want. No, Bella, he thinks about it for a hot second, and he's like, looking at all the contestants, he's just, yeah, you're probably right. So, who do we have going up? We've got Garm, we've got Jack, we've got Haldor, we've got Reagan.
Ross.
Alright.
Before leaving, like, Cora's side, I wanna, like, bend down and, like, whisper to her about, like, keep your eyes out, like, something feels off about this.
Always. But I do know what you mean. I've got your back. And she just sort of reaches back and pats her bow.
So I'm assuming we can't take our shit inside the arena?
Correct.
That
As you approach the gentleman who is hosting this event, he motions over to you guys and, right then, 4 more.
Mm-hmm.
He says in common.
Just nod at him.
All right,
Wait, is Solomon not joining us? I'll look around for an Englishman.
Solomon, are you joining?
Yeah.
All right, well, that makes 5. So then,
Oh wait, I'm for the actual bar fighting and shit.
no, too late. You said you're already going. So,
As for walking with them.
nope, you're joining. That's been decided.
Solomon!
I'm gonna stab him and throw it with arrows.
We
Jack.
sign the Englishman up without him knowing and drag him along.
No, I don't fight with
As you're walking forward, Jack puts his arm around your shoulder there, Solomon. That's what I'm talking about, lad.
Don't fight with
Let's
my
go
kid.
have some fun. And he
I can't
basically
fight
drags
with
you
my
along
kid.
forward. That will be 5, good sir.
I'm built for ranged.
Right then. Weapons in the crate or with your parties. Make sure all gear is set and ready. No potions. This is only to unconsciousness. Or yield. Either or.
It'll be fun.
Wait. Let me, before we do anything, let me get the, straight. This is a hand-to-hand combat.
Aye, sir.
Can I kick?
I suppose.
Good enough for me.
As long as there ain't no steel, you'll be fine.
I'll take my shoes
Okay.
off.
The fight hasn't even begun, Solomon. Jesus.
I fucking yield.
I'll take all my shit off but my pants and give it to
Tora.
Ella.
Yeah, Tora's basically waiting off at the sidelines. She's gonna be your makeshift pack mule until things are finished today.
1 spear, 1 great spear, 1 javelin, 2 hand axes.
I can see this little short shit trying to carry all this shit.
Do you want to carry my longbow, my javelin, and my 2 daggers?
At the moment, I just have the image of Keely from the Hobbit movies just pulling out all these blades and shit from fucking nowhere.
Oh. My pocket knife, my skinning knife, my wood carving knife, the metal tongs.
Tora just
Take
looks
off
at
my
you like,
backpack.
where does he put all this?
Just pat myself down. I think that's it.
Are you sure?
I look like I lost my
Just pull my
sight a
pants
while
open.
back.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, I still have my scythe and everything. I mean, technically it's equipped it to me and shit. But I never talk about it. I never have it anymore. I feel like I've lost my scythe.
And I'll tell you what.
Yeah, aside.
I'm sure you gave it to me for a while, then I gave it back, but I don't remember what happened after that.
Well, I mean, like since we've been doing it online and not like face to face anymore, I don't have the visual representation that I have a fucking scythe. So I forget I have a scythe 9 times out of 10.
And now you don't have a scythe.
There you go. That works.
Problem solved. Anyways, so as you all just sort of huddle around this this mass of people who are currently stretching, limbering, and cracking, the proprietor opens the door to the tower. Right then, single file up to the top. Wait for the time. As soon as you hear the gong, well, you can figure it out.
We were fighting in the tower.
And he just sort of starts ushering people inward. And as you enter into the tower, it winds upwards, and then there's sort of there's a bit of a rope bridge that proceeds on out to what is more or less a slide. And as the individuals take their places near this slide, you can look out and you see an ocean of people. Like every single seat that is available to be sat has a butt on it.
Boy,
And even then, there are people still standing.
The only thing that sucks about this is I don't get to watch y'all blimey asses get kicked in.
What you talking about? We're gonna be kicking them off the slide.
You know what? No, we don't even need a map for this. We can play this out in theater of mind.
Who cares about your choice?
He has
So-
no choice.
Yeah, I wasn't given a choice.
Nope, Solomon, you're doing this. So, anyways,
Look at everybody who votes
I'm gonna
Solomon
go
goes
smoke
in
a cigarette,
first.
fudge my
Is
rolls.
it going to be up in the platform?
What's up?
Is it going to be up on the platform?
Ask him, not me. I don't know.
what's up?
Is it going to be on a platform? You said you're kicking people off of shit.
No. You can see that the slide is the only entrance into the pit.
So it's like a slide, like
Yeah,
it's
so
like a death arena.
basically, yeah. Let me paint a mental picture for you. So you guys entered in through a wooden tower. You climbed up to the top of it. There was a door leading to a rope bridge suspended above the crowd. At the opposite end of the rope bridge, it's basically a slalom or like a sledding hill that is basically meant for people to run, jump, slide, and or roll down into the death pit. And that's where the actual combat takes place.
Gotcha.
Are we close to the front of the group?
You're in about the middle.
Is it going to be one-on-one?
No, it's
Ed-
one on everyone.
Is a free-for-all.
Oh, one-on-one. Nigga, you all about to get slapped.
So they said no steal. This is our character. Is the ring of the ram considered steel?
Technically, no.
Gold ring.
Technically, it's bronze.
Whatever.
Or brass. I forget which.
They didn't say shit about magic, and
Magic
they
doesn't
didn't say
exist.
shit about.
It's a bronze ring, Haldor.
Ram.
Let's say
It goes in that jumps
all
on
that happy horse shit.
Yeah, no. They don't know jack shit.
It's a high level kung fu art.
Alright, so,
I thought that would be conspiracy.
real quick, I'm going to ask that you guys roll initiative.
So, hey Mark, out of character, it's completely viable to, as we get into the arena, to immediately turn on Solomon and start attacking him, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's a free-for-all.
That'd be so fun, dude. I wouldn't do that to you, Chase.
Sure you wouldn't.
I'm gonna use him to hit somebody.
Hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Alright, let me see what kind of fucking damn initiative we get here.
Ray can just use me as a weapon.
I planned on it.
But give me a fair heads up before, so I
Damn.
don't get fucking hurt bad.
Do what?
Oh, well, where's the fun in that, lads?
We're talking.
But I don't want to be picked up and swung around without me knowing, so I just get whacked against shit and break my fucking face.
So, as you guys sort of steel yourselves for the for whatever is about to happen, you notice to either side of you there is probably a good 10 to 20 people.
Okay.
Give or take.
Anybody that stands out, as in, watch out for that motherfucker.
Roll again.
Go ahead and roll a perception check for me real quick.
Good.
9.
There's Jack.
Yeah, he's my buddy. I'm gonna work with him.
Sure.
Very good evolution of a laugh.
So, other than that, everybody else looks about as savage as you do. Like
That's
there's
not
this
good.
there's this primal heat going on around here. Like people are ready to fuck something up. Except for Solomon, he's just basically shitting himself. Speaking of, I need to make a wisdom saving throw for me real quick.
I've already accepted the fact that I'm gonna be used as a fucking weapon.
Motherfucker!
Who's making the save?
Solomon,
What?
Searching for
you need
me.
to make a wisdom saving throw for me real quick.
Why?
You're good. Relax. You're fine.
Damn.
You're actually really wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm above and beyond fine. 26.
So, as you all are just sort of going about your business, prepping for the fight as best you can.
Mark,
Yes.
I gotta take a leave of absence for a minute to take Joe to work.
Fucking stop disconnecting.
Okay, that's fine.
Sorry.
You're good. This is meant to be a massive combat anyways, so there are going to be some things happening on the sidelines, so you're
Are
good.
you getting up, Denison?
So wait, what was my wisdom save for exactly?
Don't you worry about that.
Well,
So, as you all ready yourselves, you hear this immense metallic clang, and everybody to the left of you just goes fucking sprinting and charging down this ramp into the pit. There's this roar of the crowd as, you guessed it, the fight's on. I need the four of you, i.e. Jack, Garm, Haldor, and Solomon, to go ahead and make me acrobatics checks, if you please.
We are.
acrobatics.
Yeah.
15.
No. Yes.
13 with a 4.
I got 15 with a 10.
21.
What's 9 plus 10?
So, my friends, you all go sprinting ably down this ramp into what is already a murder fest.
Brief second. May I take a moment of pause before I sprint down?
Sure.
I want to meditate for a second.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that before the gong sounds.
Alright, yeah, I just want to like center myself and go free.
What
Alright,
order are we in? Like, first one down ramp.
We'll get that in just a second. Haldor, go ahead and make an insight check with advantage +5.
Yep. Shitty. Wow.
Still just barely enough because, as I'm going to inform you now, the DC for your fire hands is 12.
Okay. That's still shitty though. That was 2 low rolls.
It was not great, but I'll go ahead and make a note of that for you in just a moment. But as you begin to center yourself, you breathe, you feel the energy begin to coalesce around you. You feel the heartbeats of the crowd as they begin stomping their feet, ready for the beat to ready for that gong to hit, ready for the blood to just start spraying everywhere. You feel the energy in the air. And as you inhale, you get the stench of battle. You can smell the adrenaline. As you exhale, you can feel the heat leaving your breath. And as you open your eyes, you get the fire. You get the fire around your hands, around your feet. You are fucking ready.
Charge.
And when that gong sounds, according to these, Raken is first, followed by Jack, followed by both Garm and Haldor, and lastly by Solomon.
Because I'm a timid little fuck. I ain't never done hand-to-hand combat before.
You about to learn quick, boy.
Got this.
So,
Marine.
yeah, go ahead.
As we're running down, since Solomon's behind me, I'm just gonna spin, grab him, and throw him at the nearest person.
How about no? I'm gonna roll against that if I can.
Yeah, so it's going to be an opposed athletics check.
Are you fucking shiting me?
Fuck off!
So,
I rolled a fucking 2.
immediately ready for Garm's sudden and incredibly inevitable betrayal, as he wheels around trying to grab a hold of you, you basically do that shoulder roll over him and continue sprinting down the ramp. It's only like a 5 or 10 foot ramp, but as soon as you all impact the ground, you immediately look around and you find yourselves more or less surrounded by combat. Raken immediately bolts off to the side to go hand to hand with this one guy who is tussling with one of the girls. Jack, on the other hand, he begins cracking his knuckles and he looks directly at you, Garm. Oh, I've wanted to do this for some time now, Garm. And he's going to spend his bonus action to rage.
Yo!
And he is going to charge at you.
GG's in the chat.
Okay.
Let's see. He is going to get his charger bonus. Hack. And he is going to...
Yeah.
You taking Jeff? Yeah, so. You here?
Let's see. It's 12. What's your armor class there, Garm?
It's an 18.
Alright, so you are going to be taking +5 +4 10 points of bludgeoning damage right off the bat. As Jack just comes barreling forward, fist raised, he basically runs up and Superman punches you right in the clavicle, and then he ducks down and goes for a gut punch.
Okay.
Fuck!
It's gonna hit me too.
And with a 19, this time you only take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. As this other one, not quite as impressive, but still a very solid hit, comes up and rings you right in the gut.
Okay. And
It is now your go.
I'm just gonna belch real quick. Ah, that works. Double overhand slam with my...
With your hands?
Yeah, with the hands. Okay, to be fair, I did the action in real life, and then I only saw one hand, and I lost what the fuck I was...
Alright, so for this one, since you are not actually proficient in unarmed strikes, you're going to roll your d20 and add your strength modifier.
That was an F to pay respect, by the way.
Press F to pay respects.
11.
And with 11, unfortunately, you do make contact, but after sort of retching up breakfast a little bit, you're a little bit staggered, and your fist does make contact, but it wasn't quite as powerful as you would hoped it would be. You do have extra attack, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, then we're gonna try kneeing him.
Go for it.
I gotta take and add that modifier every time.
Mm-hmm.
It's 10, because I can't roll higher than a 10.
That's alright. Ready for it this time, he sort of catches your knee with his hands and shoves it back to the ground, sort of grinning wildly. Haldor, you're up. There are... Sorry, go ahead.
Put Sam before me and let Sam go. He's not taking go after all.
Yeah, Jensen woke up.
Okay, so, Reagan, I had you sprinting off towards one of the other groups here. There are currently 5 unengaged individuals here who are ready for a tussle.
Right. Am I taking on all 5?
If you want, that's up to you.
Sam versus 5 guys.
Reagan loves the taste of 5 guys.
Sounds bad.
That's a bad porno, guys.
It's a fucking fast food restaurant.
Alrighty, bud, what are we thinking?
I would like to hit one of them with another one. I want to hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Alright, so as you're running forward, it'll be your action to grab said motherfucker to beat other motherfucker with. But basically, go ahead and roll an athletics check.
Stop cutting out.
So yeah, pick him up this round. Down.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's rough.
damn.
So as you you're just sort of looking around wildly, you see a bit of a smaller individual, but now they're eyeing you up,
Little bastard.
and they're actually going to take a swing at you.
Oh,
What's your AC?
18.
18. Yeah, no, you're totally ready for it. And they go for the swing, and you just sort of grab them and you put them in a nice little arm bar.
Got him in a chicken wing.
All right. Then we'll move to Haldor.
So my hands are nicely lit on fire, so are my feet. I'm just gonna, smile and just gonna walk through the field and just walk past whoever. And the first one to attack me, that's his feet.
All right. And yeah, as you're just sort of sauntering past, watching the carnage unfold, one of the more muscular built women, most definitely Norse in descent, she sees you, she cracks her neck, and she just bolts at you. She is going to get her charger bonuses, so this will be 10.
Little quick action.
But unfortunately, with you having plenty of time to see her coming, she does sort of like this. She attempts to clothesline you. Basically, she just runs out and she goes with a swing with her arm, but you duck underneath it, completely ready.
Alright. I use the quick action to go into a stand.
It's it's a bonus action.
Yeah, that.
Oh, so you're gonna want to talk more into the mic because you sound pretty distant.
My bad, the mic was behind me.
No worries.
How do you... Okay, that's that. So I'm using the stance of the wind because no one's touching me this round.
Fitting.
And I'm gonna two-piece this bitch in the face.
Go for it.
Goes for it. Just kidding. No rules.
Shit, I didn't target the bitch.
There's no targets. It's fine.
Okay.
But yeah, that's most definitely a hit.
No shit.
That's my first attack, and then my second attack will be the same once again.
Yeah, that's a good hit. So 18 points total. Damn. Good shit.
Attack!
Alright. So those were both punches, right?
Yep.
Alright, no. Okay, so that was 9 total then. Because the punches are half damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did it not?
It's because there's no target to deal damage to, so it won't give them the resist damage.
Okay, yeah, the resist is supposed to not kicking off. Okay.
Don't worry, it's just some mental math. So we can just...
So wait, do I get bonuses on that though from the
Yes, go ahead and roll me, what did I say? It's an extra...
These are just punches. They're not even kicks.
Yeah, it'd be an extra D4 fire damage.
A. D4. Bitchin' motherfucker.
So an extra 5 points of fire damage. God damn. So 14 total as you just unload into this person. Need just 1 second because I need to double check.
And see, the best part is as you go to the clothesline, duck, spin, pop, pop.
Nice. Alright, so give me just half a second. I need to go into your effects and actually add the fire damage.
Alright. Would it just add it to the buffs that I can activate?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Or wait, yeah, we could just do it that way. Instead of making this more difficult on myself.
I have good ideas every now and then. Wouldn't it be a buff, not a power? Not trying to be picky, but being picky. Thank you.
It's a process.
Bum, 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 bum. Bibbidi bobbidi.
So, wait, me and Johnny are the only ones to successfully activate our rune?
You, Garmin, Pella all have.
Okay. Motherfucker's gotta have working on his shit.
Mine's confusing as fuck.
Die first.
Wait, what?
Oh wait, Jack hasn't seen that happen yet.
What do you mean you got that first?
No, he has not. That'll be fun.
Oh no, I activate my room and meditate.
How big is the pit?
It's a good sized pit. It's like 50 by 80.
What's going on?
Okay.
It's big enough for Big Garm.
Do you know your room? Yeah, Garm did his, like right after that. Yeah, some shit like that. What is yours? Yeah, but it should have been in the season 1. Oh, that is. What's yours?
I got a window open down here, and it's actually pretty fucking warm.
What's on? It's has to be eyes with strength, ability, and so like that's like inky-ish, I guess.
There you go. That fixed that.
Maybe you gotta save something, or maybe you gotta like be like yeah.
Okay, so
Maybe Mark will give you a hint if you ask me.
what's up?
We're talking about the room.
Oh, okay.
Because
So,
I was sitting there talking to Sam about how to maybe activate his.
mhm. So as you finish your pow pow, Solomon,
Alright. Give me distances of people from our party. Who's closest, who's farthest, where's the middle ground?
well, your party doesn't exist at the moment.
Well, I mean, like, from the
Matter
party
of fact, here,
previously.
let me just pop. Pop. And pop. There. So, the closest person to you, well, let's see. Jack and Garm, from where you're standing, are probably about 20 feet. The center of the arena itself is probably a good 45. The closest person to you is probably this warrior who is currently charging you.
Alright.
And everybody else is sort of scattered about in their own general directions.
I'm gonna take a slight detour and go towards Raken.
Okay. Yeah, and so as you sort of duck around this guy who just sort of tried to take a swing at you, you manage to sprint on over towards Raken. Go ahead and make your attack roll. It's just a regular d20 plus your strength modifier.
Fires. One. Alright. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean you go and sprint forward, and as you bring your fist to bear down on his back, making you feel a little on your back, you wheel around, and Solomon is currently there.
Hi!
You little bastard.
You tied me up, you fuck! I'm just trying to get revenge.
Do I have like attack opportunity or something?
Not quite, but it is technically, you know,
Time to throw me around.
there. Can you guys see yourselves in the combat tracker?
Yes. For some reason, I'm red.
Oh yeah, everybody's hostile. So go ahead and roll your new initiatives, as it is now a new round.
Dude, seriously though, I can't roll higher than a
Sweet!
10.
Jesus.
A fucking 4! I'm gonna go
Better than a
smoke some
fucking
cigarette,
1.
man. You guys have fun. Wait, Raken's next. Alright, I'll be right next to the door. Let me know if anyone's doing shit to me.
Alrighty, so first up, Haldor.
So is this bitch the only one that's near me?
There's a couple others, but they don't really see. Well, they do notice the fire on your hands, but they're currently preoccupied with their own brawls at the moment.
Can I do like slight motion and allow her to no, come at me? You know, let her make the first move.
Yeah, you can hold your attack until she attacks you if you want.
Yeah, and then like, cause that's why I just want to stand here and see what she does.
Yeah, basically, the way that we do that in 5th is you hold your action, and then you declare that you're holding the attack action, and then the trigger is whenever she hits or tries to hit me.
Yeah.
So we'll do it that way. Okay, that works. You still have your Stance of the Wind up. Check, check, check. Rune Fire, good. Evasion, check. And yeah, you just sort of sit there and you...
Grin menacingly.
And you know what? She's going to take that swing. And with a natural 20, it's going to hit. Oh wait, she has disadvantage.
Yeah.
Let's see. How about a 16?
No can do.
So yeah, she noticing your menacing grin, she just sort of cracks her neck back and forth. She readies herself and she leaps forward with another massive right hook. But seeing this coming from 1.5 miles away, you immediately dance off to the side, letting it pass safely between your arms, which triggers your attack.
I'm going to knee her in the face, followed by a drop kick.
Oof. Okay.
So do. Wow.
Ooh.
They
Rough
know
luck.
a bit. I didn't mean to click that. I'm not sure what I clicked, but I think I missed all that.
No, that's all right. So what that second D6 die roll was actually our critical fumble table popping up. So as you sort of, oh God, a 2 and then a 1? Yikes, that's rough.
Yeah, that's some shit.
All right, so she lunges forward with her punch, and you duck out of you dodge out of the way. You leap up to try and knee her in the face, but she sort of like dodge rolls out of the way, and she's like rolls across the ground and gets up on like a superhero landing kind of pose. Then you go for a drop kick, and she just ducks underneath it as you go sailing over her. And as you sort of fall flat on your ass, you can't help but feel the blood start to rush to your face as you're a bit flustered. So with that, you're going to be receiving a -2 penalties to all attack rolls until you successfully hit hit a target with an attack.
All right.
Embarrassed. What a great effect.
If I'm not mistaken, that's your turn.
Am I on the ground now?
Yes, you are currently prone.
And I cannot use a bonus action to stand up.
Unless you have an ability that lets you do that. Which I don't think you do. Yeah, because normally it's half your movement to stand up.
Okay.
And I think there's a feat called Jump Up that lets you do it as like a bonus or a free action. But for the time being, pop. Which brings us to the rest of the crowd. Some of these guys have taken some damage since the last bout. Go ahead and pull up some arbitrary numbers. I don't need this guy. Which brings us to Raken, who you are currently face to face with Solomon and another contender.
Try this. And you Solomon.
Alright, can I roll against him trying to grab me?
Yeah, it's a contested athletics.
Alright. Now, please don't let me down. You didn't let me down.
Ooh, beat you by 1. Oof. Okay. So yeah, as you wheel around trying to grab Solomon by the scruff of his neck, quick little motherfucker just ducks and dives out of your way. Solomon, you can actually have a free attack of opportunity on that if you like.
Hang on 1 second. I have to finish saying this real fast. I am the most efficient dodging motherfucker. All right. So I'm gonna take that attack of opportunity. So it's what the
Yeah, it's 1d20 plus your strength modifier.
Word.
I get you, Englishman.
I got you, buddy.
Oh, I believe that is a hit.
Yeah,
So, what's your strength modifier?
1.
So, Reagan, you take 2 points of damage as Solomon, after
Don't
ducking
fucking
around,
touch me.
socks you in the underside of your jaw.
Don't fucking touch me.
Max just got a punch on him.
You do still have an attack action if you'd like to take it. So you can make one of your. What do you get? 2 or 3?
Me?
Yeah, you. Yeah, you can make one extra attack if you'd like.
I'm gonna sock him back.
Go for it. For you, it's d20 plus your proficiency plus your strength modifier. Actually, did I make you a... I did. So if you go down into your actions, you can actually just straight up roll the unarmed strike attack. Oh,
Damn.
oh shit. Okay, so that's a crit for you, actually, because you crit on a 19. And with that, what did that give you? In addition to standard crit, you must do... Oh shit, okay, nice. So, yeah, so go ahead and, I think it's shift? Go ahead and shift, shift and then double click on your unarmed strike damage. This should roll it as a crit.
Oh, it's not.
That was not it.
Damage.
Damn it.
Either.
There you go. So 9 points of bludgeoning damage, Solomon, as you pop him in the jaw, surely enough. But as he sort of reels from the punch, you get a nice bam into your solar plexus there, as it catches you kind of winded. And with that, Raken, you accidentally, while wielding back, elbow the person behind you, and they go reeling backwards. So until the end of your next turn, you get a +2 to your AC.
Nice.
All right, which brings us to the rest of the crowd. They take some arbitrary damage.
Big day.
One guy's getting fucked up. And this is Elder's targets. Won't fuck with that one. Moving on to Jack. Garm, as you're sort of tussling with Jack, he takes your punch to the gut, and he's actually going to attempt to grapple you.
Okay.
So I need you to make a contested athletics check, please.
$16.
Oh.
Roll over a 10.
With a natural 20, total of 28, Garm, Jack is going to leap forward and grab you by your shoulders and pick you up. And he is going to attempt to do a German suplex.
Okay.
So this will be, I guess we'll call it against your armor class. Using +8. Let's call it an extra athletics check. Yeah, I'll just call it an extra athletics check. So if this breaks your armor class, we'll see how it works. Oh my fucking god. Okay. How much damage would a German suplex do, do you think? 2d6?
Damage. They're very effective.
They are
Done
very effective.
correctly, if done incorrectly, you can kill somebody. If
So
done
we'll
correctly,
call this-
you can kill somebody.
Well, it's a +4 for your strength modifier, and then normally we'll say it does 2d6. Since it was a crit, we'll see how this goes. So, Garm, you are currently slammed prone as Jack lifts you over his head, and you watch as the world circles around you. You impact the ground, taking an extra 17 points of bludgeoning damage, feeling your head start to ring. Solomon,
Yeah.
you're up.
I'm gonna hit Raken again.
Do it. Try to.
Yeah, I... Alright, modifier. Come on, boy! Nope.
Oh, not quite. It would have hit if his AC was 3 lower. But unfortunately, because he had that extra bonus, you were ready for it. And Raken, you catch his fist.
Yeah.
Push button.
But we'll get to where that happens in just a minute. Is now, Garm, you're up.
So I'm currently on ground.
Yes.
Am I currently grappled?
Not any longer, no.
Let's kick the tall man's legs out.
Do it up. Are you going to remove the prone effect from yourself first?
No. I'm gonna kick him in the fucking shin.
Okay.
21.
And you do so ably.
Okay. I forgot. What am I supposed to be rolling?
What's your strength modifier?
3.
+3. So he'll take 3 points of damage, reduced to 1. Because he is raging at the moment. And go ahead and make a strength check.
9 plus 3, 12.
12. Unfortunately, his knees, being as girthy as Goliath knees are, do not buckle, but he does take that point of damage.
Yeah, that point of damage. Okay. We're gonna take Enrage also and stand up. I think we should
All
do
right.
that. Does that end a turn or?
That'd be, you did your action, that'd be your bonus action, and you still have half your movement
Yeah.
if you'd
we're
like to
good.
move away.
We're good. I like fighting the old man.
One of your rages.
Oh, fuck, I forgot. I clicked that.
No, I got it. You're good. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you can also... let's see. Okay, so yeah, I did make your enlarging an action. So if you wanted to use...
Right.
Alright, which brings us to the top of the round. Or, what are you doing? Get out of here. You're not in this combat. Alright, and with that comes new initiatives. So go ahead and roll them up, guys.
Hang on, my shit's lagging right now.
15, yay.
Yay, nat 1.
Damn. You guys are killing it with the initiative. Aldor, we come to you first.
I jumped back up and brush myself off and laugh. Look at her.
After movement to stand up.
I definitely meant to do that. 2-piece to her face again.
Go for it.
This time I'm gonna use my bonus action to stance up.
Go for it. Are you maintaining the wind, or are you switching it up?
I'm going to go to I'm trying to read my stances. I don't know.
Oh, sorry, I do have them collapsed, so it'll probably help if... that doesn't work. Going with the Cobra.
Yeah. I didn't select my screen. Goddamn. Did that activate?
Yeah, you're good.
So first off, I'm gonna. Damn it! Scroll too much. Punch. Blah. So that's gonna be 5 on that with what's that D4? Fire damage.
I don't know, it rolled it with it.
Oh, did it? Oh. Okay. Good. So then that's gonna be
Yeah, it's 5 total.
okay. And then the second one's gonna be a kick.
Okay. Play in.
Oh, that worked.
Good shit. We're
And
25.
she's still up.
Barely. You're looking as she, oh, you have your bonus attack. Yep. So that's an additional 19. Jesus Christ. Monks are unfair in hand-to-hand combat. Yeah, and with that, this final kick, you land it straight into her, right into her chest, and she just falls backwards.
I'm gonna just brush myself off. Is it one better out here?
You see, as off in the distance, one guy just literally palms this one person in the face, picks him up and slams him on the ground. They stop moving.
I'm gonna jog up over there, and I'm gonna let him continue fighting who he's fighting. I'm gonna like just kind of sit down and watch him, and then let the round continue.
Okay. You can tell that this gentleman here, standing probably about a head taller than Jack, actually. Goliath himself, you can see that he is currently frothing at the mouth, but you don't see a holster for any weapons. Everybody else has places where they would put their blades or they would put their bows. This guy has nothing.
Alright.
And he sees you sauntering up, and he just sort of whips his attention over to you, and you see this gnarled, toothy grin just... And he's eyeing you up, boy. Breaking.
Gotta stretch and show off.
You're up, my dude.
Fuck you.
Yeah, Solomon.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. One more time, just in case you don't know.
So what are you doing? Are you attacking? Or are you trying to pick him up again? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw him at somebody.
Okay, so one more time. Contested athletics.
Let's see what you got.
Damn. 13.
It's alright. You got me.
Ah, look at that. All right.
Got my hand. I can't fucking do nothing. He's stronger than me.
Reckon, as you just sort of eyeing him up, you sort of lunge forward as a bit of a feint. Solomon, you dodge to the side, but you catch him by the throat, and now you just sort of have him at your whimsy. And you do have an attack if you would like to use him as a weapon.
But
Use my legs. I don't need those.
why use him as a...
I need my arms at least. Please don't break my arms.
So we'll call Solomon the we'll have just roll as though you were using the war maul.
Oh. All right. At least I have a dope ass name while being swung around. We're not using this tactic in real combat, Raken. Don't get any fucking ideas. Unless it's effective as fuck.
Yeah, that's a hit. So go ahead and roll that damage. As you pick up Solomon, you sort of throw him up in the air a little bit. You catch him by the legs. You swing around and boom! It like impacts the person behind you. Solomon, you hear a couple of bones crack. You're not sure if it's yours or theirs, but it hurts like a motherfucker. Both you and the person behind you are going to take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Yeah. Maybe if I had some heavier armor, you could do this in real combat. Pretty sure I'm wearing like no shirt right now.
Which brings us to Garm.
I'm gonna smile, and then I'm gonna get big.
Ooh, Garm using that in large. Right, good shit.
Wait, it just disappeared.
Hmm?
The thingy disappeared.
Yeah, because you only get one of them per day.
Oh.
It'll come back when you rest. So as you as you smile at Jack, growing to be 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet taller than he is, he just sort of looks up at you and he's like, yes!
I'm gonna pull one out of Haldor's book. Drop kick.
Do it.
So, in my opinion, Jack is insane.
I mean, he loves a good fight.
Do I still only get a +3 from that?
Since you are enlarged, we'll say you get. We'll say we'll double your modifier, so you get a +6.
Okay. And I still roll a fucking 2! I'm done! Fuck this shit!
Garm, you do have reckless attack. Well, he's gone. Alright, so moving on.
Fucking rolling above a goddamn 10 one time.
Hey, get off my channel!
Stand up!
Get off my channel!
Alright. So moving on to Jack. He's what is he gonna do? What would he do to this?
Jack was just like amazed, like, what?
I think he's gonna start reckless attacking now, because at this
You
point,
just did
why not?
all of this and you still missed? What?
I mean,
Boy, let me show you an ass beat.
god damn, and he does too.
So, Johnny, what actually happened there? A motherfucking 2. A large Garm misses.
This is a good day. And then he's got extra attacks, so he's gonna do it again.
Oh.
a
Shit. Oh,
18 total.
fuck you. Super fucking dice. I roll better in real life.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, you only took 8 points damage total this round.
Maybe change the color, Johnny. Maybe.
But, like, the brown is unique.
I got purple. The brown does look pretty cool, though. I do like that. What other colors are?
Mhm.
Oh no, dude, I made that.
Alrighty. And then Solomon, you're up.
I'm currently being held, aren't I?
Yes, you are currently being gripped by your ankles.
Okay. So, I'm gonna try to finagle my way out of that first.
Okay, go ahead and make a acrobatics check or athletics.
What I want to do.
You give me a choice on that one?
Yes.
I'm taking the acrobatics, I mean, whoops.
And then, yeah, Ray can go ahead and roll an athletics.
Wait.
I did acrobatics.
Yeah, but Ray can roll athletics. So you're trying to weasel your way out. He's trying to keep you gripped.
Fuck you. Okay. I'm going to use my body weight to swing up and punch him as hard as I fucking can.
Go for it.
Breaking, I fucking hate your guts. Okay, that just didn't roll.
Up again.
Yes.
Oh my god,
No,
dude.
No,
Unfortunately, that also misses by...
you didn't miss.
No, that hits because you don't have your shield, because your shield is giving you +2 to your AC.
Hold on.
That hits, don't it?
Yes, it does.
16.
Because your AC is currently 16 because you don't have your shield on you.
Oh.
Okay. Ignore this dice roll, I'm just showing the color.
Sounds kind of cool.
So I do what, two damage to him?
Yep, you do another 2 points of damage.
Nice. At least I sent him a message saying, hey, put me the fuck down!
No.
Doesn't matter. So yeah, you sort of using the momentum from that last swing, you just sort of wheel up and you punch him right in the center of his chest. And get some arbitrary damage on this guy.
So,
Yeah, he just fucking drops.
well, this is pretty big news. I'm sorry to interrupt D&D with it, but
You're
Sam's Club is getting shut down in Jamestown.
Sam's
Seriously?
Yeah, they just got the notice that they closed.
Oh, shitty.
Wow.
Yeah, my cousin's out of a job now.
Yeah, 120 people are out of a job.
Thanks, Trump.
All these fucking stupid ass tax cuts.
Mm-hmm. So, bringing things back in. With the new round comes new initiative, so if you guys can go ahead and roll them up.
Please be nice to me. Please be nice
Still
to
not
me.
rolling higher than a
Please be nice to
fucking 10.
Please be nice to me.
Like, that's all I want.
Yes, nat 20, bitch!
Consistently
Bam.
higher than a 10. Because then I feel like I'm doing something. Not sitting here fucking stroking one out every 2 seconds. 'Cause I'm rolling 1s or 2s or 3s.
All right, Solomon. We bring it to you.
Let me go!
No.
So acrobatics or athletics again?
Yep, and Reagan, athletics.
Fuck you, bitch!
And yeah, with that, you managed to kick your way out. Actually, go ahead and roll, or actually, fuck it, we'll just deal the damage to it anyways, because Reagan, you get kicked in the jaw as you let go of Solomon. Solomon, you are currently prone,
Okay.
but it'll only take half your movement to stand up.
I'm gonna stand up and scream, "Don't ever pick me up again, you bastard!" In common.
By the way, every single hit that everybody has landed, there's been a resounding cheer from the crowd outside.
Yar! Yar! Wait, are they just punching their friends? Yes.
Yeah!
That's even better, yeah!
That is a hit. So that's another 2 points of damage. I'm assuming you're still going for Reagan.
Oh, fuck yeah, bud.
Speaking
That
of,
motherfucker tied me
Reagan,
up.
you're up.
I ain't gonna fuck with fucking big-ass Garm over there. I'm gonna fuck with Raken, because I know he can't get bigger.
Actually, you have another attack. Because you get 3. So if you want to go ahead and roll it up, by all means. Or another, you get 2 more, actually, because the first one was just you breaking out.
Wow, these rolls are fucking pathetic. It won't roll the dice normally.
That's
Okay.
11, that won't hit. And you get 1 more.
And then...
That's 10, that won't hit. So,
It's whatevs.
honestly, if we just want to make strength checks, I think that'll be easier instead of just adding the modifiers. Because it's the same thing.
I'm down for that.
That'll probably make things quicker and easier and less of a hassle on you guys.
Do I? I still have bonus actions, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. I have half movement speed still, so I'm gonna move away from Raken a bit.
Bonus action disengage?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. So, Reagan, you take a kick upside the jaw and a punch in your chest, and 2 more missed blows, or body blows that don't really deal anything, and then you watch as Solomon ducks and rolls away. You go to swing at him, but there's nothing left to swing at.
I dash or engage.
As a matter of fact, you can, as it's your turn. And since you are charging, not only do you have advantage on this attack, but you get an extra +5 to it. Which is a solid hit. So go ahead and roll your unarmed damage. Shipping. Bam. So, Solomon, as you sort of roll away, you come up just in time to see Reagan leaping through the air to Superman. Superman punch you right in the forehead.
Thump.
Which, Reagan, you do also have 2 more attacks.
I'm good. I'm available.
Yeah, the advantage is gone. That was just for the charging, but it's just the regular unarmed attacks.
Yeah.
That one I don't believe will hit. Yeah, no, because you have a 17.
Yes, sir.
That one will hit. And another 7 points as Solomon, you duck underneath the second hit, but another one catches you right underneath your jaw with a solid uppercut. Which brings us to Haldor, who is yet to take a single point in this entire endeavor.
That's because he's running.
So, bonus action. I'm gonna get up close to him. Bonus action, my stance of wind. Because fuck it. Then I'm gonna kick him.
Go for it.
I kick going.
It's the little plus and minus up in the top right corner. Just make sure that if the attack hits, you click the max button under damage. The 14 will, as a matter of fact, still hit.
Did it do that right?
Yes, it did. But you notice that as the kick connects, it ripples through his skin, and the muscles seem to just sort of tense up in the area just before the impact, and it doesn't really seem to do as much as you think.
Alright, my second attack is gonna be... Fuck it, we'll go straight into a bicycle kick.
Do it up. Nice. Nice. Good shit.
Wow. So, let me read this first.
So, real quick, go ahead and roll the damage.
How do I... The damage? That's this one, right?
Yes.
Holy. The critical table shoulder blow.
Yeah.
Paragraph of text.
So, since it was a quote-unquote bludgeoning weapon, I'll let all of actually... Yeah. And... So, with this guy, Haldor, as you go leaping upwards, your first kick, you land it and you hear a as you can visibly see it, his shoulder has currently popped out of its socket, and that arm is currently useless.
Yes.
So,
That was just the first part of the bicycle kick, because there's two parts. Like, there's a second attack.
yep. So go ahead and roll that.
Okay. Alright.
Unfortunately, with that second one, you go for your second kick as you're midair, and he catches your foot and throws you to the ground
Alright, fair.
with his good arm, mind you.
I deserve that.
But you do still have some movement left, if you'd like to stand up.
Yeah. Since, okay, I got a question. I can only, well, no, I've already used my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was going to use my extra attack, which is off my bonus action.
Right. Which I believe is the end of your turn, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay. This person, if you can barely even call it that you're squaring up with, Haldor, tenses up entirely, and bringing their arms back, they do sort of like this clapping action in front of you. I need to make a Constitution saving throw.
$11.
So as they do this massive clap in front of you, you feel this wave of energy, more or less. It's just pure rage flow over you, and you just, all of your muscles tense up, and you can't move. You're gonna be stunned for the next, or yeah, just for the next round.
So if I'm stunned, does my stance break?
Technically, yes. And with that, he is going to anyways, he was then going to do a similar action, except he is going to drop kick you. If you don't mind, go ahead and borrow the specifics for this.
But I can make a debt save, or he's, yeah. What the fuck?
That's not what I meant to do.
That's not okay.
That's better. I mean, it's not better, but whatever. Because your AC is actually you're stunned. If I'm not mistaken, that's an automatic hit.
I don't know about that because all my AC is natural armor. Because all my AC is natural. Well, no, I mean I do know about it. All my AC is like my natural, like I guess dodging because I'm a dex character. So it wouldn't be me like absorbing blows. It's me dodging blows. So if I'm stunned, I can't really dodge. So
Let me double check.
there should be like a base dex, like for when you're like prone or stunned or whatever. That'll begin. Oh.
Holy shit! Johnny, did you hear that? Anyone?
The car that went by?
A fucking bird just hit the side of the fucking house.
Nice.
Bravo! Go save his life. Give him mouth to mouth.
I'm gonna go see if it's alright. I ain't gonna do this shit though.
Go.
Yo, there's just a fucking crow chilling out here after he smacked the wall.
Okay, so if you are stunned, you are incapacitated, can't move, and can only speak and only falteringly. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and you automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws. Okay, so it's not a guaranteed hit, but if it is a hit, it's an automatic crit because you're incapacitated. So, since he didn't hit, I don't really know how, but for whatever reason, you managed to dodge just out of the way of his feet coming to your face. And I guess he needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Which he doesn't, so he himself falls prone. Which brings us to Garm.
Where am I right now?
Currently, you are face to face with Jack.
Cool.
Well, face to groin.
I know this is gonna be weird. We're gonna headbutt him.
Which head?
Take a guess.
Yeah, go ahead and make a strength check. Because that's just easier than doing this other shit.
17.
Yeah, that's a hit. So for a headbutt, we'll do, since you're enlarged, we'll do a d10 plus your strength.
Okay.
Because you have a big head.
Oh, yeah.
That's a 12.
It's 12.
No, that was a d12.
Oh. I'm like, wait, how's that a 12?
There you go.
Deal 10 damage.
Deal 5 damage.
Oh, rage powers. Cheat.
Rage powers, bruh. And then Jack.
Should be a little bit
Fortunately, he's not. He's got a bit of a hard head, so you headbutt him, and the crack rings through. But where normally any other person would just be like, Jack's just fine.
Okay, Shoryuken.
He's already got less than half a brain there.
Good shit. That's a solid hit.
Okay, do I roll the 10 or do I roll
It'd be 2d6s
2d6s?
plus the +6. Shoryuken.
Total of 15.
Roll of 7.
Wow, he's really going up for that, though.
Yeah, he is. Actually, go ahead and make a secondary strength check just to see how far up. Because that exceeded his AC by quite a bit, so he's going to take a bit of a flight. So he flies up 10 feet in the air and just sort of a trickle of blood trailing from his nose as he's arcing through the air. He is going to take an additional 2 points of falling damage. So through all of that, he's taken 14 points of damage.
As you are can fly.
Which brings us to the big man himself. So he's going to use his movement to stand up. That wasn't very nice, Gom. And he's going to attempt to climb you.
To climb.
It'll be
Okay.
an athletic check. And he does so ably. And he's going to clamber up on top of you and attempt to do a two-handed ear clap.
Ooh.
So since you are currently mounted,
She said.
that,
Except for it's two guys. So
that.
That's awkward.
Did I just actually roll 2 1s with advantage?
Yes! Yes!
What the fuck?
in the end,
Did that actually just happen?
I guess that nut shot really did affect him.
Yeah. All right. He's gonna fall off of you, and he's gonna take another 2 points of falling damage because he just fucking crit failed with advantage, rolling 2 natural ones. You know what? That's gonna be a bit more important. Where's my critical fumble table?
yeah, there's got to be something going on there. 'Cause that's-
Yeah.
Two natural 20s.
2 natural 20s, I know you get a feat. 2 natural 1s, I don't fucking know.
That's a. I remember that was something.
That's a fuck you to your health.
Yeah, no kidding. I guess we'll... No, I'm not even going to roll on that, because this is just going to happen. So we'll get 2 of these. So we've got critically hit yourself and dazed. So Jackie Boy is going to...
I can't find anything about double.
It was just a house rule that I made up. Dazed. is not a thing.
Open. Fuck are you trying to eat, Ren?
Your mom.
Like, there's nothing in his mouth, yet he's sitting there, like, chewing.
But yeah, I think the house rule was if you roll 2 natural 20s while rolling with disadvantage, you get a free feat.
Yeah.
And then if you roll 2 natural 1s while you have advantage, it was something fucking awful. I think you break your leg for a week or something. I don't remember.
No, you should have like a negative.
Is he unconscious?
You know what? Yeah.
He knocks himself the fuck out.
We'll say that.
What's that act?
So Jack is currently out of the fight. So he scales on top of you, Garm, and he goes for the double ear clap while he's on your back. But you just sort of leap upwards and fall on top of him. You hear some bones breaking, and you get up and look at what is now the Jack pancake, and it's just it's not pretty. He's very much unconscious.
I'm just gonna pat him and say, I win. Next opponent!
And with that, we have a new initiative round.
Chris, your audio's echoing with Mark.
What's echoing?
You're like Mark.
Is that better?
I'm really loud. I'm not going. Mark, talk.
Words that form a sentence with meaning and purpose.
Yeah, okay. We should be good.
Alright, so we still need initiative from Solomon and Reagan.
Ooh, nice dice.
I really like your blue, Chase. That is a good choice.
I took it off my runestone choice, like flowing water shit.
That works.
Right.
Why does the guard go before me?
It's because it's listed alphabetically.
You're fucking stunned anyways.
You're basically gonna go at the same time.
I was just curious.
He's fucking stunned anyway.
Right, can we still need your initiative?
Oh yeah.
Thank you, sir. So, Solomon, we have you up first, my friend.
Alrighty. So, who all is around me that's currently still in it?
Currently still in it, you have a group of 6 people about 40 to 50 feet away from you. You have Raken standing in front of you. Garms is standing over unconscious Jack, which is troubling. Haldor is squaring up with this fucking other Goliath. And there's you. So altogether, that's what? 6, 8 people left?
Alright.
Of the 40 that came in?
I'm gonna reach out a hand, like, graciously, I guess, towards Raken and be like, truce till the end if we both make it.
Maybe.
Maybe, baby.
I ain't gonna fuck with you, I'm gonna be over somewhere else. You did more damage to me than I did to you. You fucking swung my ass around. But yeah,
Wait, what'd you say?
I said you did more damage to me than I did to you. You fucking swung my ass around. But then I'm gonna run to the group of 6 and just wait a second.
You got 5 minutes.
I got 5 minutes. Okay.
You got a truce for 5 minutes.
Well, at least I know you're gonna be attacking me.
Wait. Did you realize every round of combat 6 seconds, right?
Oh.
Yeah, I got plenty of time.
1 minute, just so you know, Sam, is 10 rounds.
Oh.
You just gave me 50 rounds worth of time.
See, I feel like that's not accurate. Like, I feel like.
To be fair, Chris, you gotta think. You can do a lot in a fight within 6 seconds. which
Yeah, I
explains a round.
But
But most fights aren't gonna last more than 5 minutes.
You got.
I'm gonna go
It's
1
just,
minute.
it takes forever because of all the work that we gotta do to be able to make sure it stop.
Is this whole fight like one round?
No,
No.
we're currently on round 4, so it's been
Almost a half a minute.
4 times.
I have 1 minute.
It's been 24 seconds.
24 seconds and almost 32 people have gone unconscious.
yeah, that doesn't seem accurate. It's been like a minute and a half.
Obviously, we're stretching things out to be more arbitrary in this particular circumstance, but
Right.
Okay.
because there's other combats happening here that are sort of off screen a bit. But I mean, yeah. So Solomon, you rush on over to this other group of now 3 people as you've been rushing over. 3 of the other individuals have since been knocked the fuck out. Are you intervening or are you just observing?
I think I'll observe for a minute.
Observing for 10 rounds, you got it. So
No. It was the phrase.
I
I'm
got
gonna
it.
sit there and observe for maybe a few seconds.
Okay. Garm, we come to you.
Perception.
What are we looking for?
Effective motherfuckers to punch.
You just watched Solomon run over to a group of 6.
No.
Who's the group of 6? Like, there's
Well, it's now a
anybody
group
that
of 4.
catches my eye.
Not really. The only other individuals besides the guy that Haldor is fighting are your quote-unquote friends. And none of them even look really appetizing. But the group seems kind of fun. That'd be multiple challengers.
Dust charge.
Do it up. So, with your enlarged state, you'd be more than able to get over to them and insert yourself into their diplomacy.
I'm gonna. Can I?
Hi, my name's Garm. I'm here for a diplomatic mission. My fist wants to meet your face.
What was that, Chase?
Am I able? Like, I'm not inside the group, am I? Right? I'm just.
No, you're standing off to the side a little bit.
All right, good.
Johnny, charging gives you advantage and an extra +5.
Okay. So,
Or +2, sorry.
yeah, I was gonna say that's
Because the charger feat gives +5.
19.
That is a solid hit on the first one.
2d6. Wrong thing. That's okay. $13 damage to that mofo. And I think it adds 2 for charging, right? Or is that 3.5?
No, that's still +2.
Okay, so a total of 15.
And literally with that, you come rushing on up, and your feet sort of dig in the sand a little bit as you wind up this punch, and you just clock this motherfucker in the back of the head, and you watch as their head just goes from vertical to horizontal as they are currently face down in the dust. You see a good smattering of blood, not only covering the people in front of him, but you can see it sort of trickling through the sand a little bit as this guy is most definitively now unconscious.
We're dead.
Okay. You know that I hate to have to describe it this way, but that wolfy grin, that stupid thing where like just the teeth are showing and they lick that one tooth.
Oddly enough, you do actually have that one tooth because as you're raging, your totem of the wolf actually grants you some more canine features.
So yeah, that's the thing. You get that dinner time.
Yep. Because if I'm not mistaken, you also have extra attack.
Yes, I get an extra attack. Bam!
That is a solid 22 with a solid hit. By all means, go ahead and roll out that damage.
Damn!
16. All right.
Let's go.
So this other guy that you wheel around on, who is currently wiping the blood from his eyes, just in time for him to see a giant fist come and meet his chest, just and you sort of push him back a good 5-10 feet. He's still standing, but not looking too great.
Cool.
Which, if that's the rest of your turn, I believe,
Yeah, that should be it.
brings us to Haldor and the mountain. Haldor, you are currently stunned, and you, if you would like to, you can spend your bonus action to use your internal peace ability to end that affliction. Otherwise, that will end your turn. That's the one, Stillness of Mind. So yes, you exhale, and you feel your muscles come back under your own control.
Okay, I think it is. Right off the bat.
Say again?
Standing up with half my...
Well, you weren't technically prone, you were just stunned. So you still have all your movement. That's a solid hit on that one. And on that one. So go ahead and
Get rid of the bath.
roll your damages for both.
What'd you say? Johnny.
So as you leap into the air with your flurry of kicks, each and every one of them making solid contact, you deal an extra 14 points of damage to this hulk of flesh and muscle, and he's starting to look pretty rough, but he's still...
28.
Huh?
28.
Yeah, which is then reduced to 14 because he's
Okay.
current. Well, you can tell that the kicks are still not doing that you think. Mechanics-wise, he's currently enraged and is taking half damage from bludgeoning. He's still taking the full damage from the fire, but the bludgeoning isn't doing as much.
But I was technically my first attack.
Mm-hmm. Also, you might want to reposition the mic. You sound a bit far away again.
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah, because it was far away. Ha, my bad. Because I went prone, I'm gonna use half my movement to stand back up,
Okay,
and then use my second attack,
go for it.
which would be another bicycle with a kick.
Oh, hang on. That 19 will hit. I just have to take the prone off you. There we go. So, yeah, you're good. Fortunately, that second one is going to be a miss. So
Yes.
go ahead and roll your damage for the first one. Very nice.
Oh, I fucking self-proned myself. I did not mean to do that.
Well, no, that's what's supposed to happen because you leap up, you do your kicks, and then you fall prone.
Yeah, but I'm supposed to roll for prone.
Yeah, it's DC. What's your Where's DC?
See, on the drop kick, we have the save that's D17. On the bicycle kick, we don't have that.
Yeah, so the DC. So you need to make a dexterity saving throw real quick.
Yeah. So I don't even know that I was prone. Oh, that's an ability, not even. My
So
bad.
yeah, your DC is 17.
That's a thing. And
So
so,
unfortunately, you failed it by one, so you would still be prone.
yeah.
But let me go ahead and where do you see the DC for? Is it for dropkick?
Yeah, on the actions, like dropkick has the dice roll. It has attack melee +9, DC 17. My first dice on bicycle kick is fine. It's the +9. First kick. The second kick though needs to have the same as the dropkick save. So I attack with the first one and then attack with the second one and then I roll for my prone and then damage. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
That should fix it. Better?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, but yeah, you did deal the damage. I didn't add it yet. Okay. And then with that, he's still standing, albeit barely.
Okay. I'm technically prone. Someone use the other half of my HP to stand back up.
Yeah, technically you can do that.
And that's my turn because I can't do anything else.
Well, you still have a bonus action, don't you?
Well, no, because I used the bonus action to Stillness of Mind.
That's right. Alrighty. Which brings us to Raken.
Where am I at?
Currently you are... Let's see. Solomon dipped out to go and fight the other guys. So you're currently by yourself with some options. There's the enlarged Garm off in the distance. You see Haldor fighting a massive fucking guy.
Mute yourself. For a second.
You see... Actually, yeah, that's about it. So you see Garm, you see the group, you see Solomon, you see Haldor, and the guy that he's fighting.
You're more than welcome to come fuck me up, but let me kill this motherfucker next round.
Or take the kill for yourself.
Oh, fuck you!
Right over and take-
Ah, you piece of shit. I hope he kills you. I hope he knocks the fuck out of you.
So go ahead and make your unarmed attack. Which is a solid hit. F4. Good hit. F3. Okay, one more. That one is a hit.
Jesus.
Oof.
Repeat.
Barely standing.
Oh. Whoa.
Like a breeze. A single hit point.
He's got the magic pixel.
Which brings us to a new round. So if I can get some new initiatives from you guys. These guys take some arbitrary damage.
Yeah. Aw. 2. When everyone is faster than me.
Hey, Johnny. That's a high you.
That's a what?
A high key you. All of us with the arrows.
Yeah. You guys are echoing again.
Reagan, please take this kill away from Haldor. It's a good hit. He's done.
It's over.
Overkill at this point.
It's
So, with this first hit, you charge on over to him, bam, 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 and you're just wailing into his side. He finally looks down at you. He raises his fist to pummel you into the dirt, but you Mike Tyson uppercut him, and you can see him. He bites his tongue, and it's a spurt of blood launches out of his mouth. He's like, and he falls backwards onto the ground.
You can fuck me over.
You also have 2 more attacks. Your not brother is standing right next to you.
Oh shit, I said in English.
Him and I give him a little. I saw it too.
Ooh! God damn. I'm not sure if that one hits because you have a what? A 20? Yeah, no, that one's not gonna hit. But oh boy. Okay, so let me give you your first points of damage here for the encounter there, Haldor. So Raken, as you finish uppercutting this motherfucker here that was just minding his own business, punching the hell out of Haldor, you immediately spin around, and then as you land, you drop to one knee and you pop out his kneecap. So, Haldor, until you make a proper medicine check to fix your knee or have somebody do it itself, your speed is currently 20.
Okay. I don't need to move. Target's right in front of me.
In sprint.
Uses a drop kick.
Oh.
Oof. God damn. Okay, so it's
about sending a message.
You're no kidding. So, God damn. Yeah. That's a bit of that. That one will hit. And that's...
Oh.
God damn.
Oh.
And yeah, with that,
Motherfucker!
Oh.
Take my kill again!
let me see here. Raken, I need you to make dexterity saving throw for me real quick.
Jesus Christ.
Haldor, I need you to make one as well. Raken, you're good.
Wait. That was wrong.
Haldor, you're good. So yeah, as you're that was just to save from being knocked prone from the bicycle or from the drop kick. But yeah, you are A-okay, and Raken, that fucking hurt.
Oh.
Which brings us to Solomon and Garm and the group.
Did I see someone just beat the fuck out of Raken?
Yes.
I'm gonna laugh and say, fuck yeah. And then I'm gonna look at Gar and go find someone else to fight.
Well, the only other someone's left are the two individuals that are left in this little group here. One guy looks particularly fucked up, probably from Garm. The other guy is squaring the three of you up. Are you gonna take Garm's kill?
No. That's today.
Do it.
I'm gonna fight one you get Garmin and currently targeting. So you said just strength power?
Yeah, it's just a strength check.
Nice! Alright, well, never mind. I'm gonna chill.
Alright, so was that all at Garm? Or is that all at the guy that Garm was fucking up?
That was on neither Garb nor the guy he was fucking up. It was on
the other guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. But yeah, he as you leap on through the crowd, you see this other guy immediately focusing on you as you're rushing forward, and he just dodges past all three of your strikes.
I'm just shitty as fuck with hand-to-hand combat.
Which, Garm, that brings us to you.
How many are still?
As far as people that are up, there's the one you just fucking donkey punched. There's Solomon, the guy that he's fighting, Raken, and Haldor.
Solomon and the dude he's fighting are close.
Yeah, they're basically like 5-10 feet away from you.
Alright, I'm gonna grapple the one guy.
Okay. Go ahead and make an athletic check. Nice. Yeah, he is sufficiently grappled.
I'm gonna throw him at Solomon.
Go ahead and make a strength check and try to beat his AC.
Okay. $20.
And you do so ably. So, damage for a person.
I'm beating 2 motherfuckers with a motherfucker.
I don't get
What did I say for what was your damage, Solomon? Do you remember? Were you 2d6
for what?
when Raken used you as a bludgeon? I think
That
so.
was a fucking wormhole.
Oh, that's right. Because you were. Garm, go ahead and roll me a. Roll me 2d10 plus your double strength modifier.
Excuse me.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
2 1s plus
That's
6.
rough. Wait, you have Great Weapon Master, don't you?
Yeah.
Re-roll those fucking ones because you're two-handing this weapon.
Oh yeah. But you can use a weaponless weapon.
That is better.
Yeah, we use 20 damage.
Well, we'll take that. So that's 20 damage to this guy and 20 damage to Solomon. Bam.
Thwap.
And Solomon, as you're fighting this guy, as you go for like another punch, he is immediately, and you watch as the enlarged arms of Garm just pick this man up, twirl him around like a log, and throw him at your chest. You immediately, poof, and he impacts your chest, and you both go tumbling to the ground.
Okay, all of you.
Which brings us to a new initiative.
Except Haldor.
Yeah, because I don't know music. I know he's got music.
19 intelligence. Not intelligence.
Initiative.
Initiative.
Good one, buddy.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, Solomon, just so you know, you're feeling a little bit woozy because as far as the rules for this brawl are going, when you reach above half, your next hit is going to drop you. So, just so you're aware, the next hit that comes your way, if it connects, you are unconscious. The same goes for you, Raken, as you are currently above your halfway threshold. So just make sure you guys keep that in mind. With that, Haldor.
I'm gonna smile, walk up to him, fist to chest.
Oh, the 1-inch punch. That's a hit because his AC is exactly 16. All right, and with that, Raken, your friend and ally Haldor saunters up to you with this menacing smile on his face. He puts his fingers out as if to extend a handshake, but instead swiftly closes them, and you feel this immense wave of force just impact your chest. You feel the wind knocked out of you entirely. The world starts spinning as you feel your feet leave the ground. You are thrusted back about 30 feet. The back of your head, whack, impacts the back of the dirt, and you immediately fall unconscious.
At least I wasn't the first to go down.
Yep, nope, that was Jack.
Yeah, definitely was Jack.
He's not an actual person. I mean, I was the
Okay, I can understand that.
Even though I was getting my shit beat in by Ray.
So that was one attack. Can I use my rest of my turn to medicate said leg?
Yes. Go ahead and make a medicine check. The DC 15.
Down.
That's a negative, ready?
So as you knock out your former brother, you kneel down and attempt to reset your knee, but fortunately it's kind of fucked up. So it'll take some doing. Which brings us to Garm.
So, I beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
They're both on the ground, right?
Huh?
They're both on the ground, right?
Yes.
Kick them when they're down.
You're a piece of shit.
Wait,
Okay.
hold up. Wait. There's that one guy still up, right?
Yes.
We're gonna punch him.
Do it up. Oh.
Never mind.
So he
Damn, Johnny.
he sees it coming, and he, with your lumbering form, you're not as quick as you usually are, so he just sort of ducks out of it, quivering in terror, but he ducked out of it.
Okay. Next one.
You also have another attack.
4.
That actually just hits, because this man is not wearing armor, and he does not have any dexterity.
The first one was a distraction for that left hook.
Roll it up, my boo.
That's 10s, right?
6s, 2d6.
6s. 15 damage.
Oh. And with that, the first strike, he ducks underneath it. He looks up to see you just in time to see the massive fist barreling towards him. You hear, ever so faintly, as he just goes, and just goes tumbling for a good 20 to 30 feet before resting specifically next to you, Haldor. Haldor.
Yeah, fair. Look down at him while I'm looking at my leg. Huh.
Oh, what is he doing there? How are you doing today?
He is also distinctly knocked the fuck out. Which brings us to Solomon.
I'm gonna get the fuck up.
Alright. Are you spending some of your movement to stand up?
Alright. How far away is Haldor?
Haldor is probably a good 30 feet away from you. But you do also have this guy that was just on top of you,
Yeah.
who is basically done. If you would like to. Since he is prone, you do have advantage on your strikes.
It's not gonna make much of a difference for me, obviously.
Never know. You were saying?
Shut up. Is he gone?
Close. Very close, actually. You still have advantage, so roll another one. It's another 2. Uno mas.
Okay. One more advantage. Come on. Come on, don't let me down. Let me take one person out with me.
And with that final curb stomp, you kick him in the ribs, you kick him in the back of the head, and you kick him in the side of the temple. And as this last hit connects, you watch as his eyes dilate and he falls limp.
Alright, before my turn, I want to raise my arms as high as I fucking can and scream, "Top 3, baby!"
And the crowd fucking goes wild.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah!
Wow!
And the underdog takes his spot in the top 3. People who had your bets against him, you're looking a bit rough here.
At least I got the bronze.
All right. New initiative, my dudes.
All right. Hopefully this goes good.
15. What,
Oh!
what the hell? Alright, guys.
That's in precise
I roll
5.
10, get plus 5, get 15. Chris rolls a flat 15, plus 5, gets 20. Chase rolls a flat 20, plus 5, 25. What the fuck?
That is in
That's
perfect
beautiful.
5s. That is... Oof. I need to immortalize this. Hang on a second.
Capture.
I'm gonna get that initiative.
I'm pulling out my snipping tool real quick.
Okay, so with this being said and me having the most initiative, I'm going to use my speed to get to Haldor. However, it's not going to be an attack.
Okay.
I'm going to medicine check my friend so he can fight Grimby. Yes, cool.
Alright, one more time? Sorry, I was immortalizing.
I said I'm going to run to Haldor, and instead of attacking, I'm going to medicine check him so he can fight Garm better than I would.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll it.
Wow, never mind. I'm pretty fucking mad, dude. I'm sorry.
Haldor.
Sets your knee in the wrong direction.
So
I'm pretty fucking dazed, my dude. I apologize.
let's So as you run over and you try to apply medicine to his leg there, you try to set it, and it sounds like it worked, sure, but then it pops to the other side.
I did more damage than a punch, though, so I mean, I did something good.
Yeah, sure.
I'm sorry.
So Haldor, you're up.
I tried. Wait, that's a 16. My AC is 17.
Oh!
Okay, second attack. Hey, where'd it go? It disappeared because I clicked it again. I didn't mean to hit the button yet.
Here, let me. There you go. It should be there for you now.
Nothing.
Nope, that's not you. Just kidding. That's all. Get out of here.
Do I have a ring of a rainbow? Oh, darn.
I should have showed it back up there. There you go.
Safe.
Huh. So, that's the second time it doesn't go off. I'm not brain. The actual fucking hell is with this damn thing.
No, it's not the ring, dude. You just have a natural view of everything.
That's a hit. And Solomon, with that, as you're making this last snide remark of your day here, you feel a sharp thwack as the flaming boot impacts you in the side of your skull, and you.
Damage for using his fucking leg.
It was his other leg.
See, I imagine I was sitting there with like my hand right to it. Poof! Like the ring just poofs, and then poof! The fuck? The actual fuck. Kick to the head.
And with that, the kick to the back of the head sends you face first into the sand. You are effectively unconscious. Which
I
brings
can't-
us, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah, I
have
can't
anything
use my
left?
movement. I can't use my movement for a medicine check, can I?
no, but you
Yeah.
used your third attack for
Yep.
bonus attack.
We're good then.
All right. So Garm, you have a rather helpless-looking Haldor looking there across the way.
Okay, looking at Haldor. Is he in Bidu mode?
No. As a matter of fact, he looks like he's been barely touched.
Okay.
And I am in my stance to win, mind you.
I'm gonna
from, like,
walk
around
up
ago.
to him and extend my hand. You can't move. I won't either. Shake.
But you know they won't allow this.
Well, what? I'm just not gonna move. I'm gonna hold your hand and I'm gonna punch you. Repeatedly.
I'm gonna straighten up my shirt or my shorts because that's all I have on, and just crouch down into my stance and just. You can try.
Okay, you won't shake my hand.
Nope.
Let's start punching.
Punch away, my dude.
Roll with
And I'm-
disadvantage. Cause I don't know if it's gonna roll disadvantage on me.
Yes.
Alright, so we gotta roll with disadvantage check.
And currently speaking, you have an AC of 22.
Yep.
Say what? Okay.
So your
Roll
first attack,
17.
I'm just gonna let you narrate it because it's your dude.
Okay. So
And basically, it's just gonna be a back and forth from this point on. We're not even gonna worry about initiatives. So
Okay.
you go, Haldor goes. You go, Haldor goes. I'm just gonna leave it up to you guys.
He won't shake my hand, so I just do the double hand overhead crunch. Does that work? No.
Sure.
So we shoulder charge.
Shoulder charging implies movement.
Well, you know what I mean, the whole shoulder check bullshit.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Still at disadvantage.
Yep. That one is a 14.
So Haldor, how do you evade both of these attacks so far?
The overhead swing, just a simple step to the right, like with my good leg. Like I'm just one-legging this. Like keep pressure off my other leg because it's the obvious thing to do.
Right.
And then when he tried to shoulder check me, do the whole jump in the air and use my hand to push his shoulder as he pushes me backward.
Okay.
So the whole it lets me move backwards more. So
Right. So you just sort of move with him.
yeah,
I gotcha.
graceful.
And I believe that brings it to your turn.
Fucking Vikings.
Ow. That hurt.
Just so you know, Garm, you do have 5 rounds left of your rage.
Right.
I would also like to remind you that reckless attacking is a thing.
I keep forgetting I have that! I'm a dumbass.
So I'm going to I really want to do that, but I'm assuming Garm has a large constitution right now.
Yeah.
Well, that and he's both enraged and enlarged. So you know from fighting him, he can take a fucking beating.
Well, I was looking at my stunning stance, just out of curiosity, because I rarely use it.
I mean, you could always try it.
Nah,
It's more
fuck
the
that.
fact that he knows I can take a watch, take a beating, stand back up, and take another beating.
So let's go with just basic kick then. Fuck it.
Go for it.
Sounds like a Pokemon move.
That one ain't doing shit.
Automatic.
So with that one, you accidentally put too much pressure on your bad leg, and it causes you to stumble a little bit.
Alright.
Response. Punch him with combat superiority.
Go for it. Riposte.
Do I
Or,
get
wait.
still?
Let me see if that works for for weapons you're not proficient with.
It's better words. I just make an attack. Make a melee weapon attack against a creature. If you do, add superiority die to the attack's damage roll.
Medicine check.
Yeah, I was just checking to see if you could use combat superiority with an attack you're not proficient with.
Oh, yeah, that part. I'm not sure. I'll scroll up.
It doesn't say you can't, so go for it.
Alright.
So wait, what is he doing?
He's using one of his combat superiority dice for a riposte.
Add that. 6. Do I roll with disadvantage still or no?
Yes.
Okay. Son of a fuck. 11.
Yeah, so unfortunately that is not going to connect.
No.
But Haldor, you should have the rest of your attacks.
It always backfires.
Kinda literally in your sense.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I did more damage than I would have with a punch. Literally double my weapon. So I achieved team 2 hits.
It's still, what's his face's?
Yeah, it's still your go, Haldor.
Oh shit, my bad.
Yeah, that was just in response to you missing.
So, I mean... Oh, this is my first attack, so I got 2 more yet. So that... Fucking drop the 20! Ah!
But that 21 will still hit.
So that's gonna deal me
10 total.
nice.
Because it factors out the half for the bludgeoning, but the fire still progresses.
Right.
Or still goes through. Oh, fucking hell.
Fuck my life.
So one of your kicks does connect, but man, this bad leg is really fucking you up.
It really fucking is, dude.
Garm, you're up.
I'm gonna grapple him
Okay.
because punching's not working.
Yeah, that's an opposed athletics check.
Seven plus 7, 14. Chris roll.
Can I use my acrobatics instead?
No, unfortunately.
8.
So yes, you are sufficiently grappled.
I want to slip out. Acrobat.
Well, Garm, you do still get an attack.
Right. Does a bear hug count as an attack?
Sure, and technically be at advantage. And it'll technically be at double advantage because you're grappling the
Yeah.
target and
Yeah, it's
I mean-
just like a squeeze. Like, what kind of damage would you do, though?
Yeah.
for you it'll be D12.
So double advantage. How the hell is double advantage?
So basically what it is, you
Just you hit
ignore-
automatically. Just roll D12. I mean, I'm in your arms. There's no way
Yeah.
you're not gonna squeeze
Right.
me.
So D12. Do I add
plus
anything else
your
to that?
plus 6.
Yep. Total of 10. And then just keep squeezing because I still have my bonus attack, right?
No. Because your first quote unquote attack was the grapple. and then your extra attack was the squeeze. So, Haldor, if you want to go ahead and wriggle out and be acrobatics, Garm, be athletics to keep him.
Okay. Ooh, very nice. Nice.
Holy 30, Batman.
The advantage.
So, yeah, you slip out ably. Then you do still have your action. Second wind is bonus.
3 plus 11. What's the 11
So, wait.
from?
That's based off my level and shit.
Okay.
So, did that heal my leg?
Yes.
Let's see. No, not really.
Wait, I'm confused. What?
That was a drop kick. I saved myself. I didn't go prone.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why there's a second attack on the drop kick though.
I don't know.
Oh, it says I cast drop kick twice.
That's weird. We'll just go with the top one then.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fortunately, that first attack will be a miss, but you do still have your extra attack.
Right.
Drop kick just never fucking works, and kick just never works. See what I fucking mean?
Actually, I
hit you or
think
not?
the 18 will hit.
The 18 does hit, I think.
18 just hits.
Yeah, it ties, so it hits.
Shitty.
And I take 10 again.
I'm consistent.
Well, we move to Garm.
Okay, I'm also gonna take and do my second one.
Jesus Christ, people.
I don't like to lose.
Same.
Come here, monkey. I didn't roll my bonus thingy. Come here, monkey. I grab.
You grab.
I grab.
And you squeeze.
I squeeze.
A squeeze.
15.
Wham.
Wham.
Haldor.
You.
Ooh.
It's okay.
Ooh.
It's okay.
So your attacks this round, Haldor, or to be made with this round are going to be made with disadvantage.
Okay. So I got this. My kicks are already at disadvantage, so does that matter?
Disadvantage with disadvantage.
One still hits. That's another 10.
I'm gonna reduce the damage.
Okay.
3 kicks to the groin.
Oh, wait, leave my dick out of this.
Garm, go ahead and roll a d8 real quick.
That's the right one. 4.
So we'll do this then.
Buffalo Wild Wings has fried turkey now. Buffalo Wild Wings has fried turkey now. Everyone's adding this shit.
No, that one I clicked. No, that's not what I fucking love it.
Trying to kill me here.
There. That's better. That's where
Yeah.
we're at. Right? Yes. Good.
Yeah. Alright. I go from there?
Let me see real quick. So, Garm, just so you're aware, you are approaching your threshold.
Right.
Once you're more than 74, the next hit will drop you.
Okay.
Haldor, your threshold is 64, so you still got a ways. But just make sure you keep those numbers in mind.
Yep.
But yes, Garm, it's your go now. You do still you have to. I believe it's a. You can just maintain the grapple, I think.
Yeah.
You don't have to roll for it. Only if they out of it.
Never mind, I gotta re-roll that. It's a 1.
Technically, this is not a weapon,
Okay.
so
So
we'll
miss,
keep
take
that
7.
one.
And take another 9.
As you just start dry humping.
Alright.
I'm trying to think.
Haldor, it is your go.
Yeah. Wait.
Dirt.
We can keep that roll. But what's up, Johnny?
I can use action search.
You can use action search. That's correct.
We're gonna do that.
Squeeze.
Now, if I just want to slam him against the ground a couple times, do I have to like?
It'd be a
roll
strength. It'd be a strength check with advantage against his AC, and you can only do it once as an action.
Okay, so I'll just use the action surge and squeeze him 2 more times.
Okay.
Basically, we're just trying to strangle him out.
Choke him out.
Yeah, that's the idea. Because there's something special for choking out, right?
No.
Okay.
I mean, there's suffocation rules, but I don't feel like dealing with those at the moment.
Alright, so that's another 9. And another 7. Because I roll 1s and 3s.
Uns and tres.
Here you go.
Alright, so Haldor, you rolled the... where was it? 20 total to escape. Garmin needs you to make an athletics.
Oh yeah.
Oof.
Pink.
Not quite.
Why is he at advantage?
Because he's raging.
Oh. Shouldn't it be at disadvantage, so shouldn't it be a normal roll?
Why would he be at disadvantage?
Because
You're trying to run away from me. I'm holding on to you. That's definitely an advantage.
Alright, let's see. The only thing I can do is just continue to fucking kick, but I'm gonna change stances because fuck you.
Okay.
Aided strike, what's that?
Ooh, that's max damage.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna parry this one.
Technically, you can't because you're grappling him. You don't have access to a quote-unquote weapon.
Got my dick.
Oh.
That's what he keeps trying to kick.
And with that, actually, the 16...
Yeah.
The 16 won't hit. However,
should still put me out, yeah.
that is over your threshold. So, Haldor, how do you want to do this?
Nuts! Nuts! Nuts!
They are engorged. And with that, several swift kick to the nuts. Garm, you find your vision swimming.
As he's on the ground, one more kick to the chest, and you would think after watching Racken get his face beat in for picking people up, you wouldn't pick people up. But no!
And with that last squeal, Garm falls unconscious.
Third place still, baby.
Yeah, no, Chris, the only reason why I grabbed you is because it's the only way to be able to deal damage to you when you have over 20 AC.
Yeah, I know. It's because I have the disadvantage and my AC is already so fucking high that it's just so fucking broken. It is. But at the same time, all you had to do is back up some. And, like, if I move while I'm in my stance, I break my stance.
See, I didn't know that. That's meta knowledge.
Yeah, that is just, you know, one of those things.
And with that final blow, a hush falls over the crowd. And all at once, and just like this gong is going fucking wild, getting hammered here and there. Everybody's cheering. Everybody's throwing coins into the arena, specifically at you, Haldor. Everybody's like hugging their neighbor, like on their feet, crying, kneeling, crying in despair because they lost so much gold. Like it's just, it's a horror fest to how excited people are over this shit.
I raise my arms, circle in triumphant victory because fuck everything.
And with that, you, after pondering around for a bit, digging through the sand, you amass another 150 gold pieces. I'll go ahead and add that to you. To your already monstrous piggy bank.
I'm gonna give Garm 75 pieces and Solomon 50 and Rakan 25. Just because, you know, that's the placement, I guess, underneath me, and I already won a shit ton of money from the dance, so.
You said 70, 50, and 25?
Yeah. Like, in all actuality, my plan wasn't to join the battle, but, you know, it kind of just happened. I figured I'd be a bit broken there in Brawl because I am a melee-based character.
Yeah, you got full damage stuff where everybody else is rolling forwards.
Yeah. Like, you were the only one that's keeping up with me in damage, except for maybe Jack.
And that's just because of the fact that I have raging and shit like that, and I can take in bonus my strength.
But yeah. I was actually one more hit away from being knocked out, dude.
Damn it! But
Yeah, I'm at 55, and you only needed 64. That's 9 points. Your lowest one was 9 points.
Literally, if I rolled anything besides a fucking 1.
Yep.
Fuck you, dice.
But such is the way of life.
This damn system hates me.
The David and Goliath series continues.
Fuck. It's my deal.
Speed over strength, man.
Mm.
That's my normal philosophy, yeah.
But anyways, as the day progresses onward, everybody's wounds are tended to. You're given a short rest, so if for whatever reason you would like to go ahead and spend some hit dice, let me go ahead and put everybody properly back on the combat tracker here.
Yeah, the next place is like the market area.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. We still got a few more hours before we gotta actually get off and shit.
So all of your wounds are tended to for the most part. You spend some time bandaging yourself, and you, like I said, you can spend some hit dice. I'll go ahead and put the party on a short rest, giving you guys back the things that you used / lost.
I gotta make sure Jack is okay.
Yeah, Jack is going to... He's going to spend a couple. He's going to heal up. He'll be fine. There we go.
Hell no.
But yeah, as far as hit dice go, you're welcome to spend as many as you want. You regain up to half of your hit dice every long rest. So feel free to spend away.
Yeah, okay, even on my rolls to, like, heal myself, I roll really low. What the hell?
But I'm going to take this moment here and do a bathroom break, so I will be right back.
Alright, sounds good. Like, I don't get this. I roll low, like, 24/7 in this system. I mean, hell, last session I rolled 8 ones. I didn't roll a single time over fucking...
Oh, yeah.
Chris, you straight up, like, I was 12 damage away from just getting straight fucking knocked the fuck out dead.
Yeah. See, originally what I was going to do was if I could heal my fucking leg on that first try, I was going to look at y'all and be like, so, y'all two decide who fights me. And watch.
Right? No, I wanted to do... You know what the old chain battle was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wasn't gonna do, like, stupid bullshit and pick you up and start slamming you around.
You fucking threw a person at me, Johnny. It was over as soon as you did that. As soon as you did that, I was like, I'm not fucking with either one of you.
It's like, yep, I'm done.
It was unnecessary. You could have hit the other dude.
I wanted to grab the one dude that was in front of me and, like, throw him at you and the other guy, but Mark took it as me picking up the dude in front of you and throwing him at you.
You said at me, nigga! You didn't say the other guy, too. You said at me.
You're fighting a dude over there. That's a body flying. Like, that shit's not bulletproof accurate.
It only hit me.
That's not my fault.
You could have easily hit both of us if you said you were aiming for both of us.
I can't.
You got a fucking 20.
Bro.
It was effective.
This is why I don't drink
Whack.
bars, because then shit goes down and people die.
I know you got shot in the neck because of me.
This is why we don't go to bars. This is why we don't drink, because people die.
Bullfrog, 85% chance of getting stabbed the second you walk through that door.
Uh-huh.
There's an 85% chance of getting stabbed the second you walk through the Bullfrog's front door.
Yeah.
Sam, yours is like 115.
Yeah. Damn black people.
There's no black people in that bar.
Then why was he in there?
Well, the one and only time there was a black boy in there.
Was the one and only time that I went to a fucking bar.
Did you learn your lesson?
No.
I meant not to go to bars with black people in it. Marshall, because if you put this on YouTube, you're gonna get shit on.
All right.
You might want to cut off the bathroom break banter. We were talking about black people, and it was, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just cut it out.
But I like black people.
So do I. I got a really good black friend, actually.
Alright.
It tastes pretty good.
God
Fried,
damn it, Chris!
no salt.
I know.
Are we all back?
We should be, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we good.
I think you're the only one that left.
I hear a fucking train, guys.
You live near the train tracks.
Yeah, but when was the last time you saw a train?
In Jamestown? About a month ago.
It's been more than that for me.
So, as everybody is sort of going around taking their places, the chirurgeons do come out and assist those who are currently unconscious. They bandage up some wounds, reset some broken bones. Some people do come over to you, Haldor, and they make sure that your leg is fine. And since it is, they're not too worried about it entirely. But they do help shepherd all of the combatants out of the arena. There's a gate that's been lowered for people to, or not really a gate, more of like a assistance ramp to help wheel people out on stretchers and things of that nature. And as you specifically, Haldor, exit the arena, you are currently surrounded by a mob of people who are offering you congratulations and threats of violence because you made them lose out on a shit ton of money, but they know better because they just watched you fight. So you don't have to really worry about anybody coming at you, at least
Just
not now.
smile and laugh and rejoice and wave at the kids. You can be like me one day, young sir.
One person does actually approach you that you recognize. It is the lady who appeared next to you at the Flames of Rebirth ceremony. She approaches you and she curtsies politely. She's now wearing a more formal type of Eastern dress. It's very colorful, it's very flowy. That was quite a spectacle, my friend.
Yeah, just a warm-up, honestly.
Confidence. Very nice. Iduna. She bows again.
The whole fist over Haldor. And
Pleasure.
companions. As I'm beating up and moved away.
Brave warriors. They are. Most definitely. What brings you to the festival?
In all honesty, did not know there was a festival until we got here.
Twist of fate, then. How fortuitous.
Bit of random.
She gives you a kind smile. Tell me, do you have company for the rest of the festivities?
Get it.
You may join us if you wish. On a condition, that is.
Oh?
Please better explain the story behind the reenactment earlier today.
Ah. You refer to the rebirth ceremony.
It's quite puzzling, honestly.
To those who do not understand the flame, it is entirely understandable. Come, walk with me and I shall explain. And she motions to basically follow the crowd as they make their way back inside the city.
Onward and outward.
You see, Haldor, the fire is not a taker of lives. It is a giver of balance, peace. Without light, there can be no darkness, and without dark, there can be no light. You understand this, yes?
Of course. This
There are,
that all Norse gods live on.
there are two sides to every coin, fortunately. As good and evil, light and fire and smoke. You refer to the charred, you not?
They are an interesting group of people.
They are a necessity.
How so?
You see, for the volcano to remain active, must have life, so to speak. As the mountain itself cannot breathe, it must live vicariously through the people it enslaves. It is alive. It gives us heat, it gives us glass, gives us many valuable materials that we use in our trading. And in repayment, it gets to live. You see, the merchants of this city are not exactly the most... She looks around shiftily. Wholesome people. You will find many people here tend to belittle their fellow man, should it give them a bit of coin.
Out of character, this bitch is a shard one.
No. This bit, remember, chard are Botun Fire, all that. She makes the chard.
That's what I'm saying. Like she's one of the leaders or whatever. Like she's more than she seems.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy bitch. Continue, Mark. Sorry.
You're good. Tell me, Haldor, how close have you gotten to the volcano?
That's about as close as my eyes can see it.
You should take a trip there sometime. Think you would enjoy it.
If fate decides it to be.
Fates do have a funny way of showing their intent, do they not?
A few months ago, I didn't know those. A few months ago, I barely knew of any of the outer realms of my island, and now I'm here. Fate has a definite hand in where we go.
She motions towards you. She places the hand on your chest and looks up into your eyes. Fates do have a funny way of working. She smiles and continues walking.
Guys, I'm gonna get raped.
You're gonna like it too.
It's
Not
not ready to enjoy it.
Oh, the next area is the.
Next area is the Flames of Change. As you all approach the entrance to the city, you are once more accosted, but this time in a much more fervent sense. The smells of mulled wines and sweets and breads and cheeses, and sweat, as it is becoming very, very warm inside of the city. As the mead begins to flow, faces become embrightened. As the raucous laughter of the festival patrons echoes throughout the city streets, you find yourselves surrounded by partygoers, if you will. People enjoying their time, purchasing trinkets and knickknacks and this and that from all of the curio vendors, and people who have set up shop throughout the streets. You can tell that the quadrant, quote-unquote, for this next event is the city itself.
Fair. Oh, hell yeah. Horse. Go! Vendors, huh?
Yes, Haldor, as you peruse the streets, Iduna motions to you for a couple of different things. She motions over to some of the sweets vendors. She procures a nice tart for the both of you. There are meads and wines being passed out, samples and bottles here and there. Everybody else, as you would like to proceed onward, if you have anything that you would like to look for in particular, please let me know.
Food.
Check.
Women.
Check.
More food.
Probably check.
And more women.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I want to talk to this bitch because I feel like this bitch knows what's up with this city, and I feel like she might know what like some of the more rare items and vendors and people are.
Okay.
I've got gold and I want to get my hands on something nice.
I do not
Wait,
blame you.
hold up. Before we go anywhere, I need all my shit from Tora.
Yeah, I'd like to get
Yeah,
that.
she would have given it to you as you were recuperating.
Okay. Now, can I stealth and then hit Raken in the back of the head?
You can certainly try.
Am I gonna get shot at for this? Nope! Fuck! Fuck!
You think you're pretty stealthy, so
No.
if you want to go ahead and roll up that attack on Raken.
Alright, I think I'm pretty stealthy. I might as well try it.
Yeah, may as well.
Unarmed strike.
Doesn't even break his AC.
Nope, not even with the shield. So as you
I'm sending a message, that's all.
as you sort of crouch down, nobody really takes any notice of you.
Yay!
And as you approach forward, you raise your fist in anger and attempt to strike out at Raken, but a very sharp pain enters into your hand.
Okay. What, I just shoot with a fucking ballista?
No, as 4 separate arrows embed themselves in each of your primary fingers.
Ow.
Ow! So
How or ow?
both.
I concede.
No,
Like, dude, I was gonna ask you, why didn't you concede? You had made us punch you.
I made it to top 3, that's why I didn't concede.
So, oh, by the way, and if we were still fighting, you would be at your threshold for unconsciousness.
Yeah, I know, because I'm exactly half.
Raken, you don't even notice any of this happening. All you're just looking around. You have an ale in your hand. All of a sudden, you hear a tss, tss, tss. Then you just
I'm
keep
adding
on
those
walking.
arrows to my stock.
Sure,
They're not gonna fit in my quiver, but I'll put them somewhere.
they're not the nice +1 arrows you got from Asgulf, but they're still
Yeah,
they're still arrows.
I'm not putting them with the quiver. They're gonna be different. They just drop to the side or some shit. Might do something with them later on.
Maybe.
Dude, I love this city, man.
So, Haldor, you said you'd like to speak with Iduna.
Yeah, you're from here, so you gotta know where the better suppliers are.
From here? No, 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 not quite. I am from very far away.
And how did you end up in the dance? Did you end up in the festival?
My sisters and I, we are traveling performers. We just so happened to stumble upon this little town in our journeys, and, well, we became enraptured in the culture. It's all very fluid, honestly. It called to me. Fire has always just been this ever-present thought in the back of my mind, but
Fire is fluid. So like, that's that like how I get and shit. Like,
what's up?
I was just like, is that a joke? It's very fluid here. Land of fire. So the fire is fluid.
Fluid motions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like licking flames, things like that.
Yeah, I know. I was just the first thing I thought of was liquid fire.
I think that's called lava.
It's called alcohol.
Fire water. Yeah, and honestly, it's always been an ever-present thought in the back of my mind. Ever since coming here, it's just sort of become more prevalent and accepted.
How long have you been?
Oh, my sisters and I, we have been coming to this festival for... goodness, 9 years?
There.
What's up?
No, I was just thinking, talking to myself. I want to look through the festival.
Okay. Looking for anything in particular, or are you just waiting for her to show you to the good stuff?
That's pretty much like I just want to see, like I just want to browse through this shit and see what all that is. Like, quick glances here and there. Is it like a flea market?
Yeah, sort of. It's very reminiscent of a flea market. There are vendors for trinkets and odds and ends. Like you see a fan vendor, you see somebody selling decorative water skins. Some people are selling these little coils of wood packed with some kind of powder that when you ignite them, they fly into the air and they spit out sparks. There's this vendor over here who's selling some kind of hotcakes. They appear to be cookies, if you will, in the shape of flames and things like that. And then, of course, there's like sweets vendors, there's ale vendors, there's mead vendors, there's wine vendors, there's ladies of the night, there's individuals hereabouts who are just sort of performing. You see a couple of knife jugglers, you see a sword swallower. There's this one gentleman who's doing card tricks. Like it's all just very festivally. But Iduna in particular seems to have a direction that she's pinned to. And as the two of you walk through the festival itself, you find yourself going to a slightly less populated section, actually, as she leads you to one particular vendor who seems to not be selling anything. They have a table set out in front of them, but they don't have any wares on it.
Drugged and raped. Here it goes. What does the man look like?
It's actually a woman. As Iduna approaches the woman, she unfolds her arms. Ah, Petra, you did manage to come this year. Thank goodness. And the slightly elder-looking woman, probably in her mid to late 60s, probably 70s. She perks up at her name. You can see her looking in the general direction, but you can distinctly notice that her eyes are clouded over and she is most definitely blind.
Yeah.
Iduna, is that you, my child? And she proceeds forward and gives the woman, who she is named as Petra, a hug around the side. Haldor, this is my mother, Petra.
I'm sorry, give me a second, Mark. I'm trying to fucking edit my notes and stuff.
You're good.
Oh. How do you edit these notes? There it goes. So what was her name?
Petra. Here, I'll put it in.
And the other bitch's name?
Familiar.
Was Iduna. And as Iduna introduces her, Petra holds out a hand in a vague direction.
Step forward and grasp her hand. The Viking clasp because, force of habit.
A Norseman. Very well. Iduna, why have you brought this man here? He seems to already be set on his path. Well, Mother, I was hoping you'd be able to enlighten us. You see, Haldor here seems to be a bit more concerned with the charred than the others. You see. Sit, child. Stay a while.
Is there like chairs or?
Yeah, there are a couple stools set out in front of there's got like this cloth table, and there's a couple stools in front of it. Think like a fortune teller's table without the crystal ball.
Yes, I'll take the most comfortable looking one.
I mean, they're both about the same, but.
Pocket.
And as you all sit down at this table, one of the waiters that's been sort of moseying about comes over and lays out some wine samples in front of the three of you. What is it that you wish to know of the Chard, young Haldor?
What exactly are they? Why are they the way they are?
Appearance-wise, or the savagery?
The savagery. There's more to it than a curse, or whatever everyone seems to think's going on.
You are correct. The Chard are the chosen of war. They are given their appearance strictly by the magma that flows from the volcano, but that is not why they are. You see, there is trouble brewing in the heavens. I'm sure you have felt it. Everyone has in some capacity.
What do we do to stop it?
Stop it. She chuckles to herself. We can't stop it. We can postpone it, sure. There's no stop. The gods.
Everyone has a weakness. The gods know they are not almighty.
Her expression gets kind of more serious as you say that. Be careful of whom you taunt, young Haldor. They're always listening. They're ever spiteful. I'm sure you are aware.
Seeing them face to face puts me well aware that they need help of a human, though.
What makes you think you're human? Bahim.
Technically, I'm
this,
undead.
As she says that, there's like this clap of thunder around.
Your Fred wrote that again.
No, I know.
Gotta go fast.
Did you hear what she said, though?
Yeah. Sorry. I'm just gonna a half-ass cocky grin. That would explain why everyone loves me. Just kind of, making a half-ass joke about it.
You have their blood. I can smell it. I have not in a very long time.
How would you know? How would you know how to smell? Like,
though I may be blind, I can still see. The senses of the others are cumulative. And she's not looking specifically at you, she's looking more towards like the center of the table while speaking to you, but...
yeah. Oh, blind.
Mhm. There is an overlap. The English gods are angry. The Swedish gods are stifling. Our gods are pacifistic, and the Southerners are distant.
When she says
There's-
our gods, who does she mean? Like, who is her god?
You don't know. Make a religion check.
I don't do those well. Oh, shitty.
Another train.
Yep, nope, I don't.
You have no idea. She looks to be about the same heritage as Iduna. But, I mean, humans, a human is a human is a human.
Yeah.
There is no balance. Hasn't been in a very long time. And the world is suffering for it. Surely you can smell the decay of your world tree. Jormungand grows hungry. Nidhogg feeds. Mimir's well runs dry. The sight of the Norns ends. Everything stops. And as she says that, you actually feel your heart skip a beat for just a moment.
What's the best way to deal with the charred ones?
Them off at the source. I will be traveling to Bergslag as soon as this is over. I mean to right this wrong myself.
Kind of smile. Just the thought of an old woman, blind. Well, not old woman, but medium woman, blind, trying to fight a bunch of.
And you will help me.
I feel like we were already headed in that general direction to begin with.
Curiosity cannot be sated with words. Action must be taken. If we are to survive, we must persevere.
Pretty sure the charred ones don't stand as much of a chance as they seem to think. They're scattered with no real leadership.
Your sight is too narrow, Haldor. They only act this way to lower a sense of security. Their leader pulls the strings from the fire.
Do you know him? Or of him?
Of him. He was a thorn once very long ago. We put an end before, but, well, the thing about thorns is they regrow.
Just kind of a half cocky smile. How much longer does this festival have, or will take place? Like, you said it was like 3 days, right?
It's just today.
Okay. The new caravan sets off tomorrow?
Bright and early.
I'll try to see to it that we're there.
I know
wouldn't
you
wanna-
will. And she gives a wry smile.
I'm gonna do the whole, like, bow, not thinking about the whole fact that she's blonde. And then, like, awkward shuffle out.
Iduna stands up as you leave, and she motions to stop you, but if you continue to walk away, she will let you.
God, fuck, damn it. I guess I'll stop.
Don't get raped.
I'll try not to.
Haldor,
Yes.
thank you.
For what?
You'll see. She gives a wink and she walks away.
You're gonna get raped AF.
Yo, man, mystics ain't cool, dude. Like, this whole seeing the future.
One thing I always thought, you don't play with crazy.
With that chilling thought of what the fuck.
You seem to be running into more and more of those lately.
Yeah.
Was Fakim this intuitive?
Fucking was fucked in the head. He was not very intuitive. So I don't think it was very intuitive as shit.
And Haldor, as you make your way back to the center of the festivities, you catch up with the rest of the party. And as you guys sort of meander about, sort of echoing throughout the crowd, you hear, "Wake up! Up!" And you hear as several individuals have since lit up several extremely large planks of wood entirely on fire.
The fuck?
And as you look towards where they're coming from, you notice that the sun is now beginning to set. You get the feeling this is probably the fires of desire.
Fair.
And as these men and women just start flipping around these massive pillars of flames, the fire is licking against their skin but not burning. One of the gentlemen takes the planks and tosses it up into the air and pulls out these chains that are attached to what appear to be like weighted cotton balls, basically. The log lands on the ground. He whips the chains through them and starts whipping them around himself in like this elegant trailing fire dance. Haldor, you see Iduna and her sisters begin to dance around the flames almost instinctually. Everybody else that is currently in the vicinity of this happening basically starts to feel this rhythm. You guys don't have to necessarily, but you notice everybody else around you begins to clap and stomp and dance along with the beat as they all just sort of fall into this rhythmic, archaic, cathartic dance. And as the festivities wind to a close, people dance and drink and sing and fuck throughout the entire evening. And that's where we're going to end the session for today.
Nice. So we can go back to sleep, right?
Yeah.
Yay! Good night.
Since we'd be starting about now anyways. But let me go ahead and give y'all some experience for today.
Yay!
Let's see.